probably find out.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Sunkist, the Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition TTRPG campaign, where we are in episode number 62, I think. And as I remember, we only have 6 more episodes.
It checks out.
We're gonna drag it out, let's be honest.
I have now made it my goal to get to episode 68. And finish on
Seems
episode...
fair.
Yeah, that's the finale.
Well, technically, that would be episode 69 because somebody didn't record one of the episodes.
No, episode 3 is counted in the counting. Because I put up the recap episode.
I rescind my statement.
Where I basically sat there on camera for like 45 minutes being like, so this is what happened, it was really cool.
It was
But
great.
you'll never get to see it. Wow.
Aww.
Imagine debating them like that. Imagine debating me like that.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't there.
You weren't there, yeah.
And I will never see that episode.
Oh.
So.
Well, I didn't see it either because
You weren't even there.
Yeah.
I did watch all of the preceding and all of the following. Brain totally non-functional. I apologize. Yeah, and I was like very confused, and I remember asking Sheepy. I was like, "What happened?"
You had a bit of a
Oh,
time
it's a bit of a
jump, like
Throwback, isn't it?
a bit of a skip. Yeah. Well, it's almost 60 episodes ago
Yeah.
and
Aw.
change because of the snack shots.
Snack shots,
So.
yeah.
More than a year and a half ago.
Longer than my longest relationship.
I'm so glad you were willing to commit to me this long.
I
Can't explain it.
I honestly, here we are. That's it. That's
Yeah.
all I can say. Just here we are. You know, it's kind of amazing.
Keeps throwing
I-
pretty ladies at you in roleplay and then keeps you happy.
I was definitely like, this is definitely the longest, relationship I've ever had, just in general. You know, where I'm around so many people.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I've had a couple jobs that have lasted like a little longer, but you know,
Not really relationships.
no, not really. This is a good one though.
Yeah. Well,
It's not a bad one.
let's not analyze it because there's been a lot of torture and a lot of lying and surprises and mines and daddy issues. So the more you analyze it, the more it comes off quite badly.
Yeah.
This is my best relationship.
Well,
Let's not analyze that either.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into that. Anyway, let's do introductions.
Hello everyone. Tash, go.
I have tea in my mouth.
I know, that's why I called on you first.
Hi, I'm Tashna. I drink a lot of tea. I have cats and dogs. I play video games. I do mini painting. I drink wine off stream. Not today.
No.
And
Oh no, definitely not.
things. I've been playing minuets and doing terrible accents. I apologize to all French people ever. And I've
deserve
been
it.
playing some more
Whoa.
games recently. That's it. Oh, we got 40,000 layers on Thursday. In like 3 days or 2 days if you're watching on YouTube. So that's gonna go good.
And you're gold. Always believe in yourself. You're indestructible.
Well, the last episode is on Wednesday the 8th of September for that. And we're gonna see if we can get Gold's Pearl and keep it, or if she's gonna get her button back, which is incredibly important. I mean, that's the whole campaign, really. Does she get her button back? I don't
Yeah.
know.
yeah, it's the most important part.
I
It
want
is.
my bottom back, button back.
We might
button
get
back.
attacked by skeletons, but button.
Wait,
So,
did Pasha summon skeletons and attack you guys?
No,
not
not
yet.
yet. But it could happen.
Oh,
We're encountering some death-related things, so
Yeah.
events and circumstances may go awry.
I would love to see Pasha be a bad person who just, you know, your death god turns up and is like, hey, let's kill everyone. You're like, okay.
I mean,
And then you go, hey, Gold, will you help me? And Gold says no. And then you say, I have some balls of string, and you know, like, there you go. And then you
I think
say,
I might take a leaf out of Karen's book and start asking for things that are like worth a lot to the beholder, so I can have a job when Gold dies.
And then to Palu, you can say like, you can get lots of glory, and everyone will know your name if you kill everyone for the death god.
but then
Can I
who will
roll
be
glory
left
down
to
a
kill?
hill?
Tide.
Yeah, but Tide's already like, poor Tide. We've
Oh,
taken
yeah,
away
I
her
have
will
her
to be
box.
free. What? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Very important.
We've already taken away her will to freedom,
To
and
freedom.
purpose in life. So,
So watch that on Wednesday.
Yeah. It's a happy, jolly time, apparently.
Yeah.
quite good actually.
Leading into Tess Aquila, because
Right.
she's
Yep.
in that also. I guess.
Yes, I am a very happy-go-lucky turtle that happens to be a death cleric that wants to see lots of death and things. Yeah, it's a good time. You should watch it. I also stream on my channel occasionally. I actually streamed for the first time in like way too long yesterday, and it was good. Demon Souls, which I love so much. Even though I literally didn't get anywhere in like 2.5 hours. Like I got somewhere and then I died and I was right back where I was.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of Demon Souls anyway, though? Like, that's...
Yeah, that's basically all Souls games. Which is
Yeah.
normal, but it's funny because like I made so much progress.
for nothing.
You make loads of progress, you die, and then you end up right back where you were. It's like Buddhism.
Podcast.
Oh yes, Bordercast
Yeah.
on Thursdays, in Borderlands and Next Makers, which is cool. Ask me about that on my stream. And yeah. Oh, Rhyme of Frost Maiden on Table Story at 5 p.m. on Fridays. Instagram, Twitter, I don't know. I run and talk about cats a lot. I'm obsessed.
At the same time. Multi-talented. And also Vandy, who does Among Us on Wednesdays and Fridays sometimes.
Sometimes, yes. Hi, I'm Vandy. Yeah, I stream on Wednesdays and Fridays when I'm not feeling like doo-doo and my body doesn't want to kill me, you know, with its whole monthly deal. So I also make dice, which I have my Dice Masters, and I'm actually going to be casting them either tonight or tomorrow, depending on if I have time. So hopefully I'll be able to have the molds up and ready to go, and then I can make fun things in pretty colors. So yeah, so I'm excited for that. But otherwise, you can catch our final episode of the Last Ditch on this Sunday because we didn't have it yesterday. So yeah, come watch that.
The finale.
Oh, actually, and one more thing. Yeah, so I work for the Game Hers, and if you have a woman or femme-identifying or marginalized gendered streamer that you really like and that you want to nominate for an award, go to thegamehers.com/vote. The voting ends today. The nominations end today. The voting will open up like once everyone's kind of like good to go. It'll be another couple weeks. But if you want to nominate anyone, you can do that today. Do it. Nominate as many people as you want.
Just not me.
Well, I mean, if you were femme-identifying, I mean, I'd be like, yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. But
Sure.
I've already been nominated and received an email saying congratulations, you've been nominated. I was like, I don't know what to do about that.
Did you ever email them back and be like?
I should have, but it completely slipped my mind because I got distracted by other things. But yeah.
That's all right. I mean, like,
I hope that you do have to reply to actually be considered, right?
yes, you
Okay,
do.
good.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
want to
yeah.
actually win and then suddenly be like, yo, what's
Yeah.
up?
It's a whole thing. Like, there's the nominations, and then once everyone's nominated and like people are confirmed, then we do the votes, and then once the votes are done, then it's the actual like show and it finishes up. So, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But we could nominate this show. You can actually nominate shows, I believe. So you should be able to. We could nominate this. So I wanted to do that last week and I didn't. So I'm gonna do that today. It's the last day. So.
I you know, yeah. I have this problem whereby all of my role players apparently appear to be female, and I'm just always surrounded by women who are great role players. So
It wasn't the case like when we had Josh and.
that's true. That's true. And then I got Tess in, and the lads finished their stories off first. And now
then
here,
we're just
now
having
here
a
we
great
are.
time, and we don't want to leave.
Yeah.
No, next show. Never ending Sunkissed.
I got nothing. Jesus Christ. We are gonna get up to episode 69. I fully believe that. So.
I know. We'll see.
We'll see.
So, this is The Wandering Inn. It's my channel. We are slowly ramping up roleplay things, and we're going to be doing roleplay stuff. If you want to support, there's the Patreon. Feel free to go check it out and see if you want to support the show. There are benefits already existing and coming. I'm almost done with the videos, which will help you like sign up for the Laconis and become a part of that. And also I'm doing a lore video where I'm basically just going to go over the lore of Laconis for a little like bumper starter into that whole thing. There's something else. For 40,000 layers, if you enjoy 40,000 layers and you want to support it, there is a Patreon for 40,000 layers as well. And we just started with some new Patreon exclusive content, which is really cool. There is a recap of each show we've done, where I ask Tash questions and she shouts at me.
Yep.
Because
Hey, I gave some great answers.
You did, and then you did a recap of the factions, and it was hilarious.
I feel like it was very accurate.
it was extremely accurate. And we also did. I think this is for. Is it for $10 or £10 Patreon?
That the recap and Q questions was $10, and the Magnus and 1,000 Suns and extra painting, which I started on last night, will be going up for everybody.
Okay, for all patrons, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're on any tier of Patreon, you'll get to watch myself and Tash having an actual podcast conversation. Like neither of us are painting or distracted by anything. And we talk about Magnus and the 1,000 Suns for like 2.5 hours, which was really interesting. And I feel like even though she jokes that Magnus did things that were wrong, she actually likes the 1,000 Suns and Magnus now.
I feel like I had a biased person.
Yes, maybe a little bit of bias in there as well, but
A little bit. It was sad.
Yeah.
Overall.
Poor Magnus, man. And yeah, additionally to that, when we come to the end, I'm currently working on it now. When we come to the end of Sunkissed, I'll be releasing like a module type thing for Sunkissed. So if anyone wants to play from the end of where we stop, where the city's kind of, you know, a little bit organized, a little bit set up, you can kind of get all the info you need to start your own game. And I'm actually working on a short story. I'm working on a short story I'll probably release on the YouTube at some point, which is Celine and Kaber in London.
No.
That's cool.
So I'm gonna write a little bit of their experiences, and I'll probably, I don't know, I may hire up someone like Tash, or you know, whoever to do like Celine's voice, and because I'm like initially what I'm planning on doing is releasing it on YouTube as like an audiobook where I'll just narrate.
Sheepy does this. He tells us about things on shows,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, I said maybe. I said maybe. I don't know. Maybe
Thinking about it.
maybe
If
I
there's
can't.
interest,
Maybe I can't afford your voice
I am
acting
expensive,
talents.
yeah.
Yeah.
High maintenance.
high maintenance.
You don't have to work with her.
I have to
Yes,
work
I
with
do
myself.
actually. The fuck?
When?
For my job. For the charity thing?
You know, the one shot.
The one shot.
Yeah.
I'm confused. I missed something because I was thinking about Doritos.
I said I said she didn't have to work with you.
Oh, yeah, no, she does. I'm great. Shut up.
Yeah.
Like things organized, and I like to know what I'm doing and when it is. I need to know the information, otherwise I get incredibly stressed, as Sheepy knows, because I shout at him that I'm stressed.
Safi would make an interesting Celine.
Yeah.
I never saw Celine as Northern.
Well, why would you ask me in that case?
You can do a posh English accent. You did.
Yeah, but I bet Safi could too.
Right.
Hmm.
Anyway, think about it.
Yeah. So those are all the things. Go look at them if you're interested, and support them if you're interested. As always, for both the Wandering Inn and for 40,000 Layers, don't look at the benefits and be like, oh, I want to pay for that. If you want to support. We're trying to come up with like nice thank yous and extra content and stuff for the support, but we're not trying to like convince you to give us money for that content, as it were. It's an interesting and tricky line, I find. And I've still got to start thinking about merch and stuff for the Wandering Inn, like mugs. People want mugs and
tankard
and
would be good.
shirts. Tankard would be cool.
Sorry,
I like
new job,
mugs.
new match for you to research now.
Yeah, just add it to the list. So, last week, we had a nice old chill time. Nothing happened. Nothing was revealed. No one found anything out. I think Tess fell into a hole and then just wandered off out of it. Nothing happened in there.
Yeah, no, we're good. Yeah.
No one turned up and revealed things about someone's future and prospects and kindred family.
Oh, don't know what you're talking about.
And at the end of the episode, there was no one on a rooftop, so all good.
Everything's fine.
I forgot about that.
There's always something.
Problems solved.
So I think we will pick up where we left off with essentially everyone asleep. So, because I did ask you to, could you please all roll me a rouse check to see if you get hungrier?
Hungry.
Finally. Wait,
No
I
hunger,
got up.
please.
That means
bad,
you get a hungry.
Damn it.
Damn it.
And Tess also gets a hungry. And Hari's fine.
Hmm.
Lee?
Hmm.
So, I think probably, unless anyone essentially wants to get up at the crack of sunset and
The crack of dusk.
at the crack of dusk and go out and do things probably will end up in the basement with people slowly creeping out of their rooms, and I assume there's going to be Pop-Tarts or some form of I get this feeling like even though Tess is now Kindred and wakes up once it gets dark, she still has the routine of food, so she probably has like cereal and like breakfast style.
Oh, absolutely. Like, and like shitty cereal or like really sugary food in the morning, you know, like the like toaster
Lucky
strudels.
Mm.
Oh, Lucky Charms, yeah.
The
good stuff.
Cinnamon toast.
Oh, you know they have a churros cinnamon toast crunch now?
Really?
It's good.
I can't remember what they were called here. They were called like cinnamon toast crunchies or something, I think.
You just added E's at the end, like crunch E's. I mean,
Wouldn't surprise me.
Well, cinnamon toast crunchies would be are like is it just cinnamon toast crunch?
I thought it was just
Yeah,
it is just cinnamon
It's
toast
just
crunch
cinnamon
here,
toast crunch, yeah.
but you know.
I think maybe because like that type of thing's generally aimed at kids. Like crunchies is a bit more, you know.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
is
Tess is very much a kid when she eats, though.
yeah? How's Chrys doing?
I'm not in a huge rush to kind of
Get down,
join everyone
yeah.
and like head downstairs, but probably like quietly head downstairs a little bit. You know, when I kind of know everyone's gonna be in the breakfast routine.
You did also message Tess. You messaged Leah last night.
Yeah, I was gonna say because that was a thing that I just remembered happened, and I don't know if I would have been texting with her or whatever. But
you probably like dished the dish a little bit. Before falling asleep, but it was pretty close to nap time for everyone, so most likely you just got out the details as you understood them, and the kind of over exaggerated Tess reaction of "Oh my God, Chrys is going to Russia."
yeah, kind of, yeah.
That's probably the main point that got across.
Yeah, I'd probably be like, "Oh my God, it's happening! What the fuck? How am we gonna deal with this?"
Oh
like,
my God, Chrys is gonna be a queen in Russia.
Yeah, she's just gonna wear like a fun fur hat and some stuff. Like it's just gonna be a lot, and I don't know how to deal with it. And you know, how are you dealing with this? Even though you just got this information. So yeah, pretty standard.
Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
I would be making the Pop-Tarts. Just like handing them to Tess.
Yeah, I'd be like decorating them with the icing.
Yeah.
I'd probably draw something like, I'd probably try to draw Russia, but like it ends up just coming out as a blob.
Yeah. Well, I mean, isn't Russia just a blob?
I guess.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Definitely.
Just a blob.
And Max
Very
is
large blob.
Max is kind of quietly sitting about, trying to be unobtrusive, and you know, maybe you'll forget he's there.
Yeah, that's likely.
When I join everyone, I'm gonna kind of go and flop on the beanbag near Max. I think.
Yeah.
Just, like, not really say much.
Max, you want a Pop-Tart?
I'm okay, thank you.
Do you
She
not
forgets.
have Pop-Tarts where you're from?
Sure, but it's not something, you know, you kind of have to engage the thing to eat, and it's a pain, and then you have to throw it up later. It's not really worth the effort.
Want a pizza then?
Yeah, I guess.
I am
Yeah, pizza guy.
not really hungry yet, but
just in case. It's an easy way.
Okay.
Well, I could eat. I don't know about you guys. I'm starting to get a little peckish. A little thirsty.
I don't think a takeaway person is gonna cut it today.
No, I'm going out to eat today. I need it. Oh man, I need like a good meal.
Sticks?
Is Sticks actually like what's the kind of? It's probably pretty low on the amount that I can refill, right?
No, a little bit of time has passed since you guys went out there feeding, so
Okay.
let's just say if you're all on like 4 hunger and you need to eat a couple of people each to like fill up the tank, then you're going to severely deplete the resources available before things get a bit iffy.
Okay.
I don't need
Fair
to
enough.
eat. I could just come hang out.
I mean, all right. Well, I mean, I'm gonna go. Eat something because your girl's hungry. So.
How is your security?
Pretty good. At the club,
Yeah.
we have a couple people who used to be in was it Gorbin, his territory. So
Okay. Well,
not terrible.
because we are back now, so.
Oh well,
if you want to hire.
actually, might not be a bad idea. Do you have like a rate for that? Like, what are we talking here? 'Cause,
Either we recruit people or you get people for recruition, so is but sometimes money, and also because friend of the boss, then yeah, is probably okay. Most likely he will insist that you go through Aiden. No.
Oh,
He is learning rope.
I see. Yeah. Just the young, he's gotta get some experience. I see. Okay. Okay. Well, it'd be nice to see Aiden again.
It could help because he has friendship with Chrys.
Yeah, and kind of the last time I really talked to him, like actually talked to him, was when there wasn't like a really good situation, and he, anyway, yeah,
So you guys are planning on staying for a while then, Max?
I don't know. I haven't been told. I assume so, at least. What about you?
It's very funny. So Aiden will be here, right? So I need to talk to Kafka real soon.
why Kafka?
I asked him to look into something.
Oh, okay.
So that would be good to know. And then see what is going on, really, and how he's doing, Aiden's doing, and what is happening, basically, because I don't know.
Would you have checked your phone when you woke up?
Yeah. Or like, I could check it now to message Kafka to.
You have a
See,
message from Kafka
Great.
that says it's from like late last morning, so probably a little bit after you passed out or crashed.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Just says we'll be over tomorrow, or we'll be over tonight, a few hours after sunset.
Well, that was easy. I think I might run for a snack, before Kafka arrives.
Should we be here for the whole Kafka thing, or is it more like a just you and him thing?
No, it's just it's not like a memory thing. It's like a Chrys.
I can't remember if you told us out of character if this was for Aiden's parents.
I don't think
so.
I don't think
no.
we did. Yeah, okay.
She's always been like, I'm just gonna like look into the thing, right, Kafka? And he's like,
Yeah. It's gonna be fine.
Chrys is like, this time it's personal.
it is. Okay, well, I'll just go out. You're not hungry, Max, but
No, not really.
okay. If you want to come along, I guess, or you can hang out here. Or I do what you want, I guess.
Has Max been to Sticks and Stones? I don't think he has he?
No, it wasn't here when he was last here.
Yeah.
We had
I
the
think
warehouse,
it was
but
in
we
the
didn't have.
I think it's in the
Yeah.
process of being done up.
Yeah.
I'll come with because I might be working there at some point, so I can scope out the place.
Wait, Chrys, are you planning on coming to Styx, or are you gonna go do your more running up at people thing?
Some of us are more effective at that than others.
We should go to Styx. It'll be fun. We'll hang out. We can take Max with us.
I mean, if Max is going to Styx, yeah. Okay. So Chrys was planning on eating in the alleyways, but
Max,
Like,
Max kind of.
I can't
assumed
leave
that
him to
you,
Tess in Styx. So
What do you mean? We'll be great together.
that's the problem. Okay, well, I mean, Kafka's coming over in the morning, soon. In the morning? So,
In like an hour or two, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So,
I feel like every time Tess meets someone new who's like a new Kindred or like whoever, she just gets that like sparkly filter, and it just plays the Turtles Imagine, imagine me and you, I do.
Yeah, it's pretty much anytime, just like all the possibilities. Possibilities of knowing this person. Ooh. Yeah, no, that checks out. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So we'll head over to Styx then, I guess. I'm gonna get dressed up. All fancy.
Everyone getting all fancy.
Yeah, if she's getting fancy, I'm getting fancy. 'Cause why not?
It's nice to dress up, you know?
Yeah. I might even be like, hey, Tess, do you have a dress I could borrow?
Yes, I do. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, I've been wanting you to wear this. Oh my gosh. This like navy blue one I have that okay, so I've worn it a couple times. I'm just going to tell her the story about this dress and I'd be like, this one. And it's going to be like a sequiny, a silky navy blue dress that has it just shimmers with it just looks like midnight, with a couple little really subtle stars and everything.
Love it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Of course. It's probably gonna look better on you now than it did on me. So it's just...
Not possible, but thank you.
You're too sweet. You're too sweet.
I hate to ask the question, but Chrys?
clothes aren't muddy.
Right.
I will think about
good.
getting her something and then decide against it because I don't want to piss her off.
While they're getting ready, I'm poking fun at Max. So do you remember Nahari's name?
Well, you just told me her name.
Good.
So, yes.
Or about that. What's her name?
Nahari?
All right.
You got a weird relationship, Nahari. Do you think they're gonna date or something.
I could maybe see that, but I don't know. Chrys seems kind of happy with Leah.
I know, but like, I feel like Leah would be into like the really big dumb types, you know, also. So maybe it's like they become like a throuple,
That would be neat.
you know?
That would actually be neat.
Just saying, you know, it's just could be a thing. Just we'd be just kind of chatting about that us two on the way there, I guess.
Yeah.
And we're heading off to Styx.
Yeah.
Okay. As you saunter into Styx, it's quite quiet because it's early. It's probably, where are we now? We're like, yeah. Actually, it's not that early because we're kind of slowly rolling in towards summer at this point. So you'll probably be about 9:30, 10 p.m. type thing. So you got like an hour or so till the pubs start kicking out, and that's when people generally head to the more clubby places. But honestly, like, you have fostered a certain clientele, so there is like, they're the type of people who would go to upscale bars, and there aren't that many upscale bars in Weirgate. There's a couple, like Hell could be considered more of an upscale bar than a club.
Yeah.
And there's I think there's at least one in Nathan's territory, which is a bit like, it's not really like a club. People don't dance and go buck wild. It's much more of a kind of low classy music and expensive business people talking, you know, in booths and stuff.
Yeah, like a more lawyery type thing.
Yeah. Lots of drinking though, because
absolutely.
businessy type people do work hard and then drink harder.
Might be a little bit of really upscale cocaine in the bathrooms, like.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
It's my favorite song, Uptown Cocaine.
God damn it.
So how many dots of hunger?
Yeah, let's, how hungry are you all, and how much, you got 3?
Yeah.
I'm just chilling because I'm not that hungry, so.
So in general, a regular person, for my mind, you can safely go to 2 dots. Like, you can safely take 2 dots off. So it would essentially, just be both of you pick a person, nom down in some quiet moment where everyone is distracted or not really looking, or, you know, however. Ambush them in the coat room, who knows? It's just like a pile of coats.
Nap.
And yeah.
Yeah, that'd be easy enough.
So you can take 2 dots off your hunger, both of you.
Super. Thank you.
Nahari,
Awesome.
if you'd like to take a nip off someone, you can as well.
If it's not gonna like hurt our ability to nom there, then
I mean,
sure, just maybe a little one.
It all takes from, but it's not as much, and it's not as I'm not gonna say overt. It'll count towards it, but not like harshly.
Okay, just a little then.
Yeah. And then you probably all like reconvene back in a booth, you know, in a quiet part, probably under the office like bit there.
We seem to be congregating in that booth a lot. It's ours now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you always have like a specific kind of booth that belongs. I mean, if you're a regular at a place,
Or if you own it.
or if you own it, yeah, that is Very true. Yeah. So. Okay. Well, I feel better. Max, this is my place. This is the sticks. Bartender / my partner in crime is over behind the bar. And he's probably the one person you would be talking to the most.
Okay.
That's Gimlet. Nice guy, lots of ideas. Really big. He's a big idea person. He's got it in his head, you know. But God, what a beautiful brain on that guy. Really, just fascinating.
It
Just
looks
like space out for a bit.
It looks like a nice place.
It is a nice place.
And there's
Oh yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
is Lobo still on the door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not every day, but yeah.
There's Lucius Lobo's on the door at the minute. I don't know what your plan is for that, Tess?
I mean, honestly, it's good enough to keep him there for now. But at the same time, I mean, we can always rearrange things, or we can have him do other stuff, you know, patrol the territory, like, you know, see if we can get him around to do other things. Really, realistically, it's just where everyone's gonna best fit, right? So, what from a security standpoint, Max, are you more about the security of a particular establishment, or are you also open to doing security for like the territory?
It really depends what you need. You know, if you were thinking about taking over someone else's territory, for example, you can, you know, get people for that as well. It just depends what you're looking for.
Well, right now the biggest concern is I don't know where one of my girls is. So that is, she was last seen around Nathan's, and she was last sent to go and check up on Nathan. So
We're not really good at like the finding people, just spying and everything. So it's not really something we would be good for.
well,
Didn't you ask Kafka to look at that anyway?
I did, yes, and that's just more like one person down that we don't have, is what I mean.
Oh, okay.
We don't know exactly yet what our biggest threats are, but so long as we still have you in our corner, I mean, I'm sure we'll be okay. And obviously, we'll pay for whatever your services are and what's needed. So, you know.
Well, compared to last time I was here, there seems to be much less in the ways of threat. Maybe a couple over the river, but I don't really know.
Visibly, yes. It's hard to tell because we don't have the information we need yet. And I don't know whether I should be furious with Nathan yet, and whether I should actually do anything about it, or whether we're actually truly safe. So
What would threat be?
you know how it is with Kindred. They plot and scheme and try to take over the whole system that they're part of and undermine others, and don't really care much about who lives or dies. So
Sure.
yeah.
So that is because now you have council, right?
We do have the council. We haven't really met in a minute, so
Well, maybe you should call a meeting and let the others know that he is trying to take over council.
Yeah, but I don't have proof of that.
Oh.
So if I come out and say that and that's not true, then I look like an absolute fool.
So how do you know he's trying to take over council then?
What he
It's not that
does.
I know he's trying to take it, not the council.
Okay.
It's more the city and how it works and runs. I mean,
So he's trying to take over the city?
We
I
think
don't
so.
know. Maybe. Probably. It's Nathan.
Yeah, this
so.
is
I mean, nothing is certain, but this seems to be his MO. Like he's just quietly gaining power and making moves. And they're clearly moves of someone that wants more control and power.
What did he take over?
Different areas and the
Oh, the fucking
Tyrion-
yeah.
the
Elysium.
spy network.
Elysium.
Yeah, Elysium.
And
There you go.
Carrion,
He took over the Elysium.
Yeah,
Mhm.
well, yeah.
I mean, if he is claiming to be, if he has reestablished the Elysium as like a Camarilla stronghold, and he's like that's
No, he took it
Oh.
over for himself, and is getting all of this information from Carrion. And it's
Hey, he took over Carrion.
Well, this is, you know, maybe it's one of those times where we don't say things out loud. Remember?
Yeah.
Um,
No, you're right. Yep.
It's quite thumpy and loud in here, so it's not like
Because, like,
sure.
We can go up to my office. Like,
Sure.
I
a
mean,
good idea.
yeah.
Okay.
no. I'll just head up to the office. I'll on the way. I'd probably just introduce Max and
Losing names today.
yeah, this is not good.
Gimlet.
Gimlet, Christ. Yeah, him and Gimlet, and to grab a drink to bring up. so-
Hello, little man. All right,
And
Yuri.
Oh. Okay, I think they'll get along just fine. Gonna be fine. Gonna be fine. Gonna be fine. Yeah. So we'll go up to my office and then I guess close the door and be like, okay.
So,
So now we can talk a little bit more privately. I think.
he took over because that is a big power move. I can't believe they would allow him to take over Carrion.
Well, no, there was, to be fair, there's an agreement, like, every time with Carrion and back and forth, so...
He's getting all of their information.
He's getting
Currently getting it,
all
and
of
that
the information.
yeah.
Well, if he
it's-
asks them a question, they'll give him the
which
information
I'm
for a certain
sure
amount of
he's
time.
doing.
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's not like we could have that agreement.
Could we
Could
really
we-
though?
Wait. So wait. I'm confused. You said he took over Elysium.
Yep.
And he put his Carrion in there. Yes.
Um,
So he owned Carrion and he owned Elysium.
no.
He essentially made Carrion. He established Carrion a little bit more, I guess, securely in the city instead of, you know, they had some
In a
pretty shitty
burnt-out
gigs, you know.
warehouse.
Yeah.
But does he own? Do they now work for him?
Well, they don't not work for him. It's more like he gets a free flow of information because he's now done them a favor. So it's still technically a deal of some kind, but according to our source, he could basically know whatever he wants in the city.
Wait. So this person you do not like took a group of downtrodden Nosferatu and established them as more of a power in the city.
I don't think they were downtrodden exactly. They seemed content.
Maybe I should say outcast.
Were they outcast? Because everybody was going to them for information and doing trades and
Yes,
whatnot.
and I'm sure they invited them to all the meetings and to all of the dinner parties.
Excuse me, I've done a lot for the Nos in this city, okay? Like, we've done a significant amount of work to make sure that they're, like, at least okay.
Chris is like, no. Like,
I like the Nosferatu.
yeah, but that doesn't mean that we help them. Like, I know there was a trade-off with Nathan, but if that's what we never asked them what they would need and what they would trade for that need, I guess. So
A lot of the time, you kind of demanded stuff from them.
I mean, they were kind of assholes about it, to be fair.
Uh-huh.
I mean, well, they weren't nice about it.
So, I mean, it was a trade. They had a trade.
Right.
Like,
So, he is...
anything.
So, this Nathan person is taking over the city by making fair deals with people?
That's the sneaky bit.
It's
Like
fairly
fighters.
sneaky then, yes.
It technically wasn't his to give away. The elite.
Oh, and to be fair, he also did he not kill the sheriff guy? He was nice, in a stupid kind of way.
Yeah, but I think I don't think he controls the police. Still.
Oh no, I mean the Camarilla.
Oh, the camera.
sheriff.
Oh, yes, the very dumb one.
Yeah.
Immensely frustrating.
I don't know what happened with him really.
So, just if I can recap quickly, he is taking over the city. You don't like him, but he hasn't actually, as far as we have established so far, really done anything to imply that he is taking over city or...
I mean, that's a pretty big move still.
Yeah.
That makes me nervous
Sure.
about that. And
And he has threatened you or like threatened to take over territory or...
He's not that upfront about it.
Right.
He's not, you know.
But he has like declared himself your enemy or he's made like a move against you.
Who? Okay, have you known any? Like, they're not going to declare themselves your enemy if they want it to be very cloak and dagger, you know?
Sure, but usually when a move is made against you, you can tell that they are moving against you, right?
No,
Not always.
No?
Not if he's trying to keep it hidden until he's ready to strike.
Sure.
What she said.
How do
He
you
could be-
how do you feel about this, Chris?
Is that supposed to be Max whilst we were laughing?
That was Max was talking, I was laughing.
All right. You know, I'm not the most adept at the political kind of.
I hadn't noticed.
Thanks. I don't know Nathan, so I have to trust in Tess's and Nahari's assessment. But I think sometimes we're a little bit more focused on Nathan than is necessary.
Wow.
So I am you know, I'm not part of your group and it's none of my business. I'm just a simple bumpkin from country. And but like my My thought on this, at least, is unless there's something else that happened, it appears from the outside like you just hate him for no reason.
Well, he did things. First of all, he did things not to Tess, but he tried to manipulate Tess in a freaky way. And we think that one of our, I don't know if I should tell him this.
Well, we think that our person has been taken by him.
Yeah, we think he's taken one of our people.
Well, that is an aggressive act. If he came to your territory and kidnapped someone, then...
We're waiting to hear back about, that
Yeah,
kind of information.
If he came to our territory.
We may have been checking on him at the time.
But, wait, so you sent a spy to spy on him?
Kind of.
So his aggressive act was dealing with a spy that you sent to his territory?
I mean, she was...
We don't know where she is!
Yeah.
You
Okay, I can see...
You see my problem here?
I can see that you clearly don't think the same way that we do in this case.
If you crept up
Have
behind...
you met Nathan? If you had met Nathan, you would understand.
I have not met him. I'm just saying,
tall.
if you crept up behind him and hit him with an iron pipe, would you complain that he bent your pipe?
I mean, yeah, what if
No,
Yeah,
it's...
Teddy
but
probably would, to be fair, at this point. So... I mean, he is an arsehole, though, Max, but... Yeah, I mean, I already said this, so I'm just gonna...
I'm just curious, because so far, is there anything you would bring up to council? You say for example, because Miss Tess, you are on council, yes?
Yes.
So say that I was on council as well, and we were talking about Nathan.
Mm-hmm.
How would you convince me that he has bad intention? Like what?
Well, I don't have all the information yet, so,
Like,
Well, that's
what has he?
That's
what
what
has
our
he
spy
done?
was trying to do. She was trying to find something. He hasn't done anything, sort of overt. That's the thing. He
Right.
does everything in the shadows, and he does everything by manipulating situations. So he hasn't done anything that would be an obvious thing that we could go to the council with. That's why we
Sure.
sent the person in to try to find something like that.
exactly,
And now
yeah.
she's missing.
Okay, so I am council member, and we have meeting about the danger of the Nathan. First up, what is he trying to do?
Take over the city.
How do you know that?
Because... No, sorry. We suspect that he is making moves in an aggressive manner to take over the city in due time.
And what are these aggressive moves he's been making?
Well, he now has carrion in his back pocket.
We don't know that because we agreed, not to, throw Kafka under a bus with that.
So, Carrion is information broker, yes?
Yes.
Carrion trades information for other information or for favors or for whatever. Are you trying to tell me you have never made deal with Carrion before?
But he's getting all of their information, not just a little bit of not like a one-time little bit of information or
So
a
he
one-time
has
favor.
So he essentially has a lifetime or longer access to information. No. So he has unlimited information access whenever he likes.
Pretty much.
A short period of time, in Kindred terms.
And at this exact moment in time, obviously you do not know a whole lot of, you do not know everything, but is there currently a lot of information that could be useful, like, bandied about?
Well, we don't know. We don't have the information.
Sure.
He does.
But, like, for example, for Memorie.
Yeah, there's some information that, I wouldn't necessarily want getting out. Which is kind of my problem.
I mean more in a like threat to the city or threat to your territory or
Yeah,
yes. Okay.
yeah. Threat to people's lives, fun lives.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is very solid maybe in terms of threat to. I mean, like this is thing is sure. That is a very smart move for anyone who owns territory in Weirgate to make, yes? It's not really looking like he's going to take over city. And also, if you go to, for example, Talia, God, what's his name? We haven't spoken about him for a while, in the maze.
Kale.
Oh, yeah.
If you go to Mr. Catan and say, Nathan has done this thing, they will say, of course, I would have done it too if I could.
That's fine.
And also, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you had managed to get your hands on Elysium, or if you had offered perhaps this warehouse to the Nosferatu to set up, they probably would have made the same deal, and you would have made it yourselves. Would you then have tried to take over city?
Maybe.
Worrying, but okay.
I mean, I don't know. I take my goals day by day. Well, a little longer than that.
So, that's one thing. Anything else?
It's quite nice having you here, Max, honestly.
Thank you. I don't know where that came from, but I appreciate it.
Just random thought that came to me.
I guess the thing I'm trying to get at here is why. So, when we are out and about, very often we have to be. Chrys, what is word when you are not against or for?
Neutral.
Neutral. We have to be neutral because we work with everyone, yes?
Yep.
So, you have to take out your personal feeling and put in box. And then look at situation and try and decide neutrally whether you are biased or whether you are not. Now, if you take personal feeling for Nathan out, how much of a threat do you actually think he is?
Well, according to everyone else, he's garnering a lot of power, so I'm kind of like a little worried. People don't really want to mess with him at all, and to have someone be that invisible. According to, isn't it according to Kafka?
Is it?
I'm trying to remember who told us that.
I don't think he said that. I don't know.
To my knowledge, no one has said like Nathan's acquiring a lot of power.
Well, Talia was definitely saying like she didn't want to mess with them too much, like that openly.
Because wasn't that in like because he wants the reaction back to sort of see, like, and if he didn't have
thought
the
it was
reaction, then
more-
he's gonna lose attention.
Talia
Yes.
didn't think it was worth reacting to. Like, so essentially, to roll back a little bit.
Sure.
Essentially, when Nathan hit her truck, her reaction to that with Cassius and like talking about it was essentially, I'm gonna go and make a statement to him, but I'm not gonna be confrontational with him she basically blew up that warehouse for the blessed to essentially say like, I'm on your guys' side, make a public statement, nothing more public than blowing up a freaking building. And also it was a response to Nathan basically saying, like, I know what you did, I could do this to you, but fuck you, you're not important enough.
Okay, I
So-
read it as she was more afraid of doing anything more public.
No, it was more of a, it's more of a you're not worth my time kind of statement. It wasn't fear, it was like, it was a little bit, kind of, essentially, and this is something that's kind of been said before, so I'll go over it again. Essentially, the problem with Nathan is once you get going, it becomes very difficult to like stamp him out. He's a little bit of a cockroach.
Yeah,
It worries me.
yeah, he really is. Not a fan, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I feel like also it's perfectly on point for Tess to have heard these things and to make those assumptions.
That
Because
was,
she's very, very biased against Nathan.
and that was both my in character and out of character, I guess, takeaways from those. So,
Yeah.
fuck. Okay. Tess is just gonna sit there and just be like, kind of deflated and very
Well,
annoyed.
we have to get our person back, regardless of whether or not he's the ultimate bad guy,
Sure.
right?
Well, I can ask Kafka about that, like, when I head back. Because, you know, that's out of the questions that we had. So,
All right.
shouldn't be long now, I think.
I do not mean to overstep my bounds. I just didn't really understand the fixation, I guess. It seems harmful to your group to be so. How did this all start anyway? This vendetta.
Nathan's been trying to toy with me for a while,
Okay.
to the point where he left a human with me to babysit after the first meeting, I guess. There was with Lamia. And once I returned her to him, I mean, apparently he's been doing this to a lot of kind.
How do you know?
Because there have been multiple reports of people falling to their deaths or overdoses or other suspicious instances of humans going missing where they end up in his territory dead. Or they just never show back up again. And when he first left me with this girl, he had messed with her brain so much that she was no longer the person that she was. He thinks he's doing them a favor, picking them up out of some kind of miserable existence, letting them be hypnotized into whatever idiocy he wants to have them play along with, and then killing them once he gets either bored of them or
So you
Has no use.
brought girl back to him and he killed?
There were very few options. I was either going to have to kill her, turn her, or keep her so fucking high that she wouldn't know which way is up. And he basically just dropped that responsibility on me when it was his mess that he made.
So he gave you a lesson.
Oh, is that how you see it? A lesson? Must be nice to just, you know.
I mean, if you think about it, when you are kindred and you get too close to a human, if they find out what you are or if you let them know, then you eventually have to make that choice, yes? Kill, turn, or...
Yes, but that's not the point. The point was
Okay.
he made a decision to turn this person for his own amusement.
Kill.
Sorry, he decided to kill this person for his own amusement. That was the issue. He essentially took this person from their life and said, you know what? I'll play around with them for a little bit. You know, it's not like they were doing anything in their regular, you know, normie life anyway. And then once he was done with them, he threw them off a building.
Sounds fairly standard kindred activity to me.
Just because it's standard doesn't mean it has to be, you know, right or anything.
Sure, but I'm sure you could find instances of your ally, Talia, doing the same thing.
Yes, but she didn't do it personally to me. So, that's the difference.
Okay.
Sad, because now she's thinking about getting close to Aiden and he had to get turned. Or dead.
Well, I mean, you have to do something with your with eternity. A vendetta seems like a good as choice as any.
She's had a few.
I'm sorry. It's not a vendetta. It's just. It's not a vendetta.
You have no specific reason aside from him wanting you to hate him to hate him.
I don't know if he wants me to hate him.
Really?
It's not like, you know. Ugh, who invited this guy?
I'm sorry. It's just my experience that if you mess with someone to such an extent, the outcome will be for them to hate you. Therefore, if he does these things, it is because he wants you to hate him. It's kind of... Is it quid pro quo? No.
Something.
I don't know. I don't. Shut up. God.
You always act surprised when I say that to people.
I feel like you're trying so hard to convince us that we shouldn't be worried about him. But you don't actually, like, do you know him?
No? I'm just guessing from context. Why do you hate him?
I don't hate him. I'm concerned about the power he's gained and the danger he poses to us and his intentions.
Okay. Why?
Because he's already proven to be manipulative and scary towards Tess.
So it is not the group you worry about, it's Tess you worried about.
It's both. I mean, his moves with Elysium and with they're just concerning. It's someone else gaining a lot of power in the city, someone we don't trust.
Sure. So he is so suspicious that you risk someone else's life to spy on him?
We didn't think we were risking her life. She's supposed to be really good at this. And she offered to do a job for us.
Okay.
Well, this
I
is
don't know
all
why
good.
we're even
I'm gonna
telling
go
you all
meet
of this.
Kafka now. So
Oh, I'll come with.
yeah, it's probably a good idea.
All right, ladies. It was nice talking to you. Have a good day.
I'm just gonna like, bye.
I feel like Tess and I are both kind of like pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's like, okay, at some point it's time to go.
I really like it when you bring
Yeah.
me to meet your friends, Chrys. It's always fun.
I mean, it was an experience. So, yeah. I mean, sometimes it's good to push them, but I think that was kind of the limit there, Max. I imagine we're walking back.
Yeah. No, it is fair enough. I was hoping to help a little bit.
Hopefully you did. I've said similar. I mean, like, you know, for other people, we'd be suspicious, right? So,
Sure.
but
Hey, there's nothing wrong with suspicion. It's just some people you have to approach them in the right way, and in general, if someone wants you to act away, it's better to not like play into it.
yeah.
I know. You have meeting with the employee or something, right?
I mean, he's my friend. But yeah, he's like working with Memori now, so.
All right. Well, I'll go for a walk and
Snack or just go have a look about, I guess, if you want. Do what you want to
Sure.
do. And are you heading back 2 hours tonight, or when are you heading to the?
I think Vassia said would be here in 2 days, so I'll be here for a couple of days and then I'll go to meet up.
Okay,
If you
well,
want to come with, you can.
Well, I'll see you. I'll see you definitely at home tonight.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know what I'm doing after this, so we'll see.
Where are you meeting, friends? Is it in? Can I go
At the
back?
parlor, yeah.
Okay.
So, I'm pretty sure. Did it say anything in the text about that? Or not?
It didn't, but last time you met him at the office, so.
Right. Okay. Well, then I'll. It's kind of like en route to the part, like out of the way. So I'd probably go by there anyway to see if we've got any messages or anything as well from Willica. The city. Yeah. I think maybe the office.
Okay.
I didn't clarify, but that's usually a good spot. And check how they're doing. So. Okay.
I might just go sit in the basement for a bit then, if that is alright.
Yeah, I mean, there's the consoles and stuff as well if you want to play on those, I guess.
Sure.
But don't feel like you have to.
I don't know. I'd feel like I'd have to, but okay.
I don't know. I'm trying to be nice here.
You're very bad at the bits where we part ways and you say something, like, oh, see you later. You're always like, don't eat yellow snow, bye.
It's you know what? That's good advice.
It is
I'm
good
sure
advice.
what-
It's just a weird thing to say when people, okay, bye.
It's good advice. I'm gonna head to the office.
Okay. Before we go to the office, is there a Tess and Nahari conversation that's wants to be had, or are you both just like grumpily staring at the wall, just like that dick?
Probably I mean, I'm being grumpy.
Yeah.
And I'd probably eventually break that and be like, God, who the fuck does he think he is? Like, honestly, like, what the fuck is up with him?
Seriously, I don't understand. He's never met Nathan.
He doesn't
mean-
know. He doesn't know.
He has no
Like-
idea.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
I bet you if he met him, he would know. He would understand.
Yeah. I don't think anyone can meet Nathan and feel comfortable except maybe a Malkavian. But
Ugh, fucking Malkavians.
right? And I think it would just continue like that. We'd just like basically be talking shit about people.
Yeah, okay. So Chrys, you walk into the office. P. Williker's there at the desk, just kind of writing. Looks up. Hello, Miss Odd.
Hi. Everything good here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
messages or...
no, been quiet. No one in or out.
Okay. I'm just gonna check some stuff in the office.
Okay.
And then I'll be out of here soonish, I guess.
Oh, Mr. Gimlet has dropped off some papers as to a possible loan and an acquisition of a building opposite, just kind of down the road from the warehouse.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you could, I haven't seen her for a day or so. If you could let Miss Tess know.
Yeah, I can take them if they need to go to her or...
Oh, yeah, sure. And he just like gathers them up, and I filled out all the necessary paperwork, and cross the T's and dot the I's, and shortcutted where needed.
Do I need to tell her anything? Do you want to write it down?
No. It's just have a look over it and then sign off on it.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah, right. I'm just gonna head into the office now. It's probably already in the office. Knowing Kafka.
All right, Chrys.
I'm just gonna lock the door. Hi. Thought you, yeah, no one's been in or out, so I assumed you'd probably be here.
Yeah.
All good? How are you?
Yeah, just been going around town, wandering, randomly bumping into things and whatnot.
Like what things?
Well, I said I was gonna go for a walk and see if I found anything out. I found out where your friend is.
Good. Not good.
Not great.
Okay. I'm just gonna sit down and I'm like, okay, what is the crack with that?
So, how much do you know about the Corps?
They are stoic. Quiet. I guess they've like kept to themselves. I met their representative guy at the meeting, right? And also the Julian Flax thing, but I don't think he's probably, I don't know if he's there anymore. Not a lot. What do you know about the court?
Not a whole load. They've kind of kept to themselves, been pretty quiet. They've been doing stuff up in Sunnytown, but that doesn't really reflect down here, so...
I mean, I think they offered to, like, manage the police, and the council shut them down a bit with that, so...
Yeah.
There's that.
Makes sense they'd want to work more with the law in the area.
And then... Oh, and then are they... I mean, the Brew are, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they're not really like they were anarchs when this place was how it was. And now they're looking to be a bit more, I don't know, hardline, I guess.
Right. Out of character, I don't think they're in the council, are they? It's mainly the west. It's mainly the east side of Weirgate, isn't it?
They were happy to be included, but the state of the other side of the river is kind of the only people who are like nominally connected would be the Wilds, and they're not like an official member, but they're kind of like friendly with, I guess, and kind of included when needed.
Yeah, so they're kind of, we've just left them to themselves, right?
Yeah.
And then Chrys knows that they were asking questions about Winnie. That's why she's like, Brew?
Winnie and Cass, yeah.
Winnie and Cass, but I'm like, I'm not touching that. So, okay. Yeah, why is she there?
Yeah.
Why would she be there?
So, there was a instance back when she was working for Calic, where arguably she broke the Masquerade.
Right. How? Do you know?
Not sure.
No, okay. And I mean that was, it's been a while. Why is it?
Right. So, so pretty much what happened as far as things that can be, should we say, proved, is that they got wind of her being in a situation where she was kind of up for grabs. So they grabbed her. And now
Right.
they've taken her back to the court to pass judgment. Much like they did with that Flax dude.
Well, what? Who they don't? Who are they to decide that? Like, we have the council in place, and
Which they are not a part of.
which they are not a part of, which they chose not to be a part of. That doesn't mean they get to decide everyone else's life. And there's the agreement in the council that, like, the council members will deal with their subordinate groups. Oh. And Tess thinks that Nathan has her, but clearly not. So at least
Well,
this is that.
so you remember I said about this is essentially the things that I can prove?
Yeah.
And things that are kind of, so
Speculation.
speculation/word would be that the way they found out was someone tipped them off. And maybe implied that if they were to quickly jump in and jump out of someone's territory, they would be unmolested in doing so.
Right.
If you would have asked me, like, go blatantly spy on Nathan, I would have, if I was about at the time, I would have said there's probably better ways to go about it.
I didn't ask this, so.
So, like, here's just a random thought, yeah? Where is the worst place for a bunch of spies who don't work for you to be?
Nathan's territory? Dead?
Right.
In the hands of humans.
Okay, let's not play the guessing game because you're bad at it. So, if you were Nathan, right, and you have the carrion, even
Well,
though
then
he,
we'll be sending them out to get info.
sure, like he can request information as much as he likes, right?
Yeah.
But there's no agreement that says they can't trade for information, right?
Yeah. So if I wanted to know something, I can ask it, but
And they are now
he'd know that
they're now effectively in the middle of his territory, which means they're going to find out stuff even if they don't try.
Yeah. Because if they need to go to other places to find things out, then
It's
they have to go through his. Okay.
very much a double-edged sword for him, because anyone who wants can go down there now and say, give me a shit ton of information about Nathan Fortuna, here's a trade, and they're going to have a whole load of stuff that they may not otherwise have had.
Yeah.
And that would have been my suggestion, as opposed to standing on a rooftop and looking at him.
Yeah. I think Tess is maybe. We've had this discussion already today.
I mean, it really doesn't matter how good your spy is if the territory is swarmed with fucking spies.
With spies. Yeah. Well, there's nothing to be done about that right now.
Sorry, Vandy.
Sorry, Vandy. I mean, there's nothing we can do about that right now. And we've had, Max pointed out the flaws in some arguments here. But right now, we know what's happened to Delilah, and we have said that, they're part of our group. So I think that we need to talk to the court.
I think you need to do a negotiation.
Yep. Okay.
And you're going to be coming from a position of weakness, so you're going to have a lot of trouble. Can I suggest, as an advisor of Memorier, perhaps you go and do it, as opposed to the other two ladies? You're not very diplomatic, but you're also not that impulsive.
Yeah, but I need to know what they would want for trade. Okay, I'll get a message to them then, and then see if we can sort this out. Yes. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Good idea. Okay, thank you. And no, you don't have any idea what they fancy, would you? In trade at all, or what they're interested in? Basically, I have no idea.
It's difficult because a lot of the information I have about them was from.
Yeah. From Carrion.
And okay. I don't even have that much information about them anyway. They haven't been much of a thing. Like,
Quiet.
It's weird. They haven't even pushed out in the city or anything, like grabbing up territory or anything like that. They kind of seem to be happy with their little block of flats.
Okay. So I'm thinking out of character, like, who's around their territory? Like, the wilds are nearby, dragon nearby, but they're not really established. Obviously, Gorbin's boys are around there, but
they're fractured and...
Yeah, they're not much use. So it might be worth a chat with the wilds to see. Or, like, if I want to have it known, I'll go talk to Carrion. But it's running the risk of them knowing. But, so, yeah, Chris. Okay, yeah, I'll get them a message that I'd like to talk about, to negotiate and discuss.
You want me to...
That would be great.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, if Carrion don't know a lot, I think...
What I'll do is I'll say a member of Memorier wants to come in for initial talks.
Mm-hmm.
So you won't be, like, representing Memorier officially. It'll be more of, like, a feeler type thing.
Yeah. See if they're up for discussing it and what we can, if they're even willing to talk about the situation. And then it'd be good to know what the Masquerade breach was.
Right. I'll find out.
If you could.
Yeah.
That would be great. Super. Okay. Well, not dead. So that's good. Great. Do you know? Sorry, this is like 20 questions today.
That's alright.
Brain. Do you know any extra about the Carrick situation? Because
Yeah.
Aiden's coming home.
They're held up. They're held up in the country with a couple more of their boys who survived the old massacre thing.
You know where in the country?
Big mansion.
Can you show me, like, bring up Google Maps?
Yeah, just point. You know where this is? This is the former prince's place.
Why are there humans hanging out in the former princess bars?
Well, because no one else is there.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Great. Not so super. Okay. What? Right. I'll think on that. But first we need to chat about Delilah, and then
There's like probably 10 of them total. I think the majority of them aren't like, they were never like Carrick affiliated, but they were like, you know,
Like periphery
associates
groups.
or yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I have a couple ways I can approach that. But
Firebomb's always good.
yeah, or if I
Might make a bit of a statement though.
yeah, and also draws a bit of attention to the town that we might not need. I know someone who has some disagreements with the Carricks generally, so that's an option. But
Why don't you
I
ask
think
your
it's
mates?
my decision to make.
Because like,
My mate?
yeah, your mates, they're out there. They don't like royalty and shit. I'm sure they'd love to fuck up the palace.
The Wilds?
Yeah.
I mean, I could. I do need to talk to them anyway.
It's probably been quite a while since they've thrown down. They'd probably enjoy it.
Okay. Yeah. Do you know, I can't remember, sorry, out of character, if he gave me the names of the people who are like the Moidors.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Alright, do you know the guys yet? Or it's just, I'll have to find out when I get there kind of job.
I haven't gotten close to it, but I could probably like see if I can pick up an. It'll depend if they, you know, if they go, hey, you remember when we did that thing, or
Yeah,
if they talk about
yeah.
holidays and that.
Okay.
So. 50-50, I guess, maybe.
I can figure that out.
Oh, so what I can do is I can swing up to the courts, drop them the notification, and then swing out towards the Prince's Palace, and just have a bit of a post up there for a while.
That'd be great, because then I can we can see who's who and yeah, see what the situation is, like if they're organized, like whatever. And
Just
I'll speak to the
keep an eye on the pot, make sure it doesn't boil over. Yeah.
like Memorial pot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
And yeah, just Delilah, knowing a bit about her is gonna help.
Sure.
So let's just not mention perhaps the suspicions for now, because we are a little touchy today. If you see Tess in a hurry.
I'm sure I won't.
Well, they might not see you. Okay, great. This is so. We're organized. Things are getting done. Vasi's home soon. Anything I can help you with? Also, wait, I'm mad at you for not telling me about this.
Which bit?
The Sardom bit.
Right, why?
Because I feel like you could have told me that, and then I would have known
You did
about
not
it.
ask.
I did ask, and you said that it was not your place to tell me.
Right. Well, in that case, it was not my place to tell you, so I did not tell you.
But still, you could have told me.
I could have told you.
I'm.
Wait, so you're going to be angry at me every time that someone could have told you, but I didn't tell you?
Depends.
Good. I'm glad that's cleared up.
Is there anything I can help you with, do for you today? Like, anything you want? Like,
Yeah, when you head off Russia way, can I come with?
I'm not going to Russia.
Right, okay. If you go to Russia, can I come with?
Obviously.
Cool.
This is like a freaking. We're not going to need a camper van.
That sounds like fun.
With like no sunroof, obviously. I'm not going to Russia, but
I mean, why not?
because it's not home. And I don't want to go to Russia.
Haven't you been learning Russian?
Yeah.
So you weren't learning Russian in case you were going to go to Russia?
No, it's really annoying when people talk to me in Russian and I don't know what they're saying.
Right.
And text me in Russian.
So are you going to be learning all the other languages of the world too?
Depends if people talk to me in it. With frequency.
Sure.
Yeah. How about you?
I mean, if I'm going to Russia, then yeah, I should probably learn Russian.
Yeah, get right on that.
Okay.
Okay. It's been pointed out I'm bad at buys, so good luck. And call me if you need anything.
You're really bad at goodbyes, because that wasn't a goodbye.
Bye.
Okay.
I'm gonna open the door and kind of leave it so he can get out if he wants.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna obviously take the papers for Tess, but I think God, I've got so much to do today now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna drop the papers at the parlour, put them on Tess's bed. Oh no, because I mean Styx is kind of en route to the wild, so I could head down to use the stepping stones, and then yeah, I would do that. So I'm gonna head back to Styx with the papers.
You get a text message.
Oh my God, it never ends.
Just like a vroot, vroot.
Yes, I'm reading it.
It's from Leah. It says Das wieder Dandia, and then has a picture of a like vodka bottle, and then the like Ushanka hat.
Yeah. Oh my God. Why?
It's a very, very badly spelled Das Vidania.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say to that right now. I think I'm just gonna. I want to call her, but it's like I'm busy
Yeah.
and I don't want to have another discussion about Russia. And I'll just be like, question mark. What?
Question mark, what?
Yeah. Like, what? That's also not how you spell that. Oh.
And then the reply is like, I'll learn.
Oh, God. Okay. Right. I'm just like...
I've got a lot to do. I'm going full Chrys. Ignore it. Later.
Yeah, there's not a lot I can say to that, really. Like... That is a... Oh, God, it is full Chrys. That's a later problem to deal with.
Do you remember, at the pond, your conversation?
Yeah, no, I do, because she wants to come with me, and that's the thing, but I'm not even going, so...
Right, I know, but she's been told that you're going.
I know.
So she's like, oh, I'm going too.
Yeah.
No, she's been told that she might be going and that, it's a whole thing. And...
She heard what she wanted to hear.
Okay, fair enough.
We're going to Russia in a camper van. Yeah, I can't even deal with that right now.
Spin-off. Vampire road trip.
In a tank to avoid the sun. I bet you could do it though if you had earth meld.
Yeah.
So.
Which
you
don't have.
Which I don't have. But if a group did have earth meld.
Well, you need everyone to have it.
So they don't have to just have it. That's fine.
Yeah. It's all about
So I'm just
planning.
gonna head to Styx. Like try if Tess is still there. Almost like launch the papers. I'm like, these were at the office, but it's all good.
Chrys comes like barreling through the door of the office, throws papers at you.
Bye.
What's all good?
It's fine.
You can't just say it's all good and then not tell me what's all good. I'm gonna think
Yeah.
nothing's good.
Well, Kafka knows that Delilah isn't with Nathan.
She's not?
Nope. So we'll just
Tell him to go check again.
I'll tell him. I'll tell him.
Wait, where is she then?
Just yet to be confirmed.
That will be a manipulation.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
You-
do I do? Insight?
The wits insight to see.
This is not very good. I
Holy
mean,
shit.
technically, I don't know exactly where she is.
Manipulation subterfuge. You do know exactly where she is.
I know who has her.
Yep. Which means that you know where she is.
I got one.
Hold on.
I got 2.
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
I'm like
blind.
trying to leave at the same time.
Yep.
Got 2 also.
Yeah, so you both know she's not telling the truth as she's trying to like walk away.
No.
Wait, Chris.
You
What's
can't
going
just.
on?
I just don't have all the information yet. I'm trying to sort it out. Like, I'm trying to go do that right now.
Yeah, except you know where she is. If Nathan doesn't have her, who does?
I'm just gonna put this as a suggestion in Chris's head. Like, obviously they're keeping you here by talking to you. You can just run away.
Yeah, it's like I'm just.
You know.
Oh my,
Part of it
how
was
fucking
like,
funny
I
would it
w-
be if she just fucking booked it though?
I wanted to be like as I was like, yeah,
If
it's all
she-
fine. Like literally walking out the door.
Yeah. If
but-
she pocket sands you.
I just imagined it's just like, and then she just like runs.
Yeah.
Barefoot.
What
Just
just
book it.
happened?
Well, she hasn't decided to run quite yet.
No.
Oh,
so
okay.
He said, you know where she is. I don't know exactly where she is. I'm gonna go find out, and then I'm gonna walk. Not stopping this time.
Yep, she's not stopping.
And I'm gonna head. Quickest way would be to fly it. So I think I'm just gonna.
Alleyway, poof.
Yep. I think
Roll
so.
me a rouse check, please.
Rouse. God damn it! I'm hungry today.
Yeah.
Off I go.
Caw! Flap, flap, flap. Where are you flapping off to?
Because I'm going for a straight shot, I'm gonna go kind of like higher, but I don't want to. I'm just gonna go straight across the left side of Sunnytown to try and head to the Wilds territory. I don't want to fly over the court yet, but if I see anything whilst I'm going over Goblins, not Goblins, but
Yeah. That area.
yeah, I'll like look around. But ultra.
Yeah, I think you probably got the hang of the thermals of the city at this point, to like a lesser degree at least, so you can go pretty high. You don't see anything on the way over though.
Okay.
Tess and Nahari, do you...
Fucking.
What is with people today, am I right?
Seriously.
Oh my god, the worst. The worst.
I mean, she clearly knows something, but she also clearly doesn't want us involved, which makes me think that there's some kind of dangerous situation brewing.
You know what? Honestly, I don't even care. Came here and I came here to come and chill and have a drink and you know, I'm just gonna like start going through these papers and stuff and be like, I don't even know what these papers are for. Like, she just dropped these papers. Oh,
What are they?
they're for like a loan.
And building acquisition.
Yeah, And building acquisition. Oh, actually, this would be pretty good. I'd start like going through the paper with Nahari then, I guess, and just kind of just checking everything over.
Interesting.
So the place itself is like over the road and down the road, a little bit further away from town, closer towards the forest a little bit, but still in the city and everything. It used to be a barber, like a barber's place, and it's like the entirety of it is like wooden and like carved wooden, you know, as opposed to the kind of like it seems like someone built it by hand
spent some time.
themselves. It's like as it stands currently, it's essentially I don't know if it's right to call it vintage. It just has kind of like a oldie look to it, I guess.
I guess vintage. I mean, yeah, like old kind of barbershop-y type places definitely have that feel.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is nice. Oh, we should go take a look at this property and see if it's actually like. I mean, it seems like we're pretty much ready to go. I just need to sign off on it. But
yeah, we should take a look.
Yeah, may as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I got work to do too.
I mean, she did just drop these off. Maybe she meant for us to take a look. I wish she'd said something.
Wish she'd said a little more, honestly.
Yeah. But I guess we have to trust your judgment too, right?
Do we have to trust anyone's judgment at this point? Because she's friends with Max, and Max doesn't think that, you know, what's his face is a threat. So, you know.
Yeah, but Max doesn't know him at all.
Yeah, but, you know.
Anyway, let's go check this place out.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go do that.
That'll show them.
Let's take your car. We can go fast.
It's like a 2-minute walk.
Fuck it, let's take my car.
Your car's like 5-minute walk away.
Are we thinking reasonably today, Sheepy? We are not.
I don't know, apparently not. Okay. So
No.
you go back to the parlor.
Go back to the parlor to get my car to drive the 7 minutes back to the other place.
Well, it's like a minute driving back.
Oh, sorry, a minute. But it's a very fast minute, okay?
Yeah. It's like a New York minute in Weirgate.
I hate that you said that. Fucking New York minute. Okay, so yeah, so we'll go check out the place. The little place.
Yeah, you can't obviously go in. But kind of from the outside, it's like it's got these big glass windows that kind of dominate the front of the place, and then there's kind of like a little alcove bit that goes to the door, which is like it all looks kind of a couple of generations away from where you are now, so like back.
Yeah.
On the inside, it is like a kind of a bit of the floor. It's like a floor, you know, like maybe about 10-15 paces that then go to very short steps that go up to like a raised platform that's the rest of the area, and it's basically like it's probably about 30 people wide, and then like very, very long, so it's more kind of like a narrow like long building.
Okay.
And then it's got like a little reception desk that's all kind of like varnished and that kind of facing from the right, facing left, so people would walk in and then go to the right, and there's like a little reception desk, and then up the top there's like this long area that used to have all the like barber stools and everything. You could probably fit like on each side probably about 6 or 7 barber stools, so it's like quite a long area.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Wow, this would be perfect for a bar.
Lovely.
Huh.
Just also, like, because you can't go in and you can't have a little bit of a sniff, but you could very much guess that it all smells of like a carpentry shop or like a sandalwood
Like old
kind of.
cedar. Oh yeah. Oh, the hell yeah. Like I could. That's 100% how I was like fucking picturing it too.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. This will work out real nice.
By the way, around the windows at the front are basically like hexagonal out, if you know what I mean. Like, so they kind of like the door goes in a little bit from the pavement.
It's almost like a out in or out straight out kind of thing. Yeah. Oh, I love that shit. My old hairdresser used to have that kind of like
the
area.
around the side of the walls and the windows is like a kind of essentially like cushion bench that like runs around the edge of it though.
This is so cute. Oh my gosh, you could sit and like have a little drink and like people watch.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can imagine that Gimlet's got his own ideas probably.
I mean, yeah, of course. Like, but this is great. This is awesome. Oh man, God, who'd have thunk a Nosferatu had such good taste in places,
He's much more capable than just in general than I would have expected.
Yeah, no, he's been one of these people, like, Chrys hates him, by the way. Chrys thinks he's like, first time we met him, Chrys was like, hell nah, not going to, like, he had this really rundown, like, it wasn't a bar, really. It was more just, like, a place where you could, like, get a drink if you needed to, but the people were, like, sad and kind of also super rundown. So, this is great. This is really great.
Come a long way with your support.
I'm gonna
really
text.
cool.
I'm gonna text him with like a picture of me and Nahari out front. Just be like, "Love the choice," like signing now, kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. Sorry. Who are you texting?
Gimlet.
Gimlet. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably won't get a reply because he's bartending,
working,
and it's getting a bit more. But yeah, are you basically signing off on it for when he looks at it? You're like, yes.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah. Absolutely. Like it'd be like a, hell yeah, what a great choice. Like, this is great. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So, what are you doing now? Like you've basically like stormed out of the club in a rage to go get a car and drive back, and then yeah.
So we'll go back to the office. We'll drop off the papers just to make sure that they're good to go.
Yeah.
And signed and everything. Chrys did say that everything was fine, but like,
I super don't trust that, but there's also nothing I can do at the moment because Chrys ran off, and I don't think going after her makes any sense.
Yeah.
I'm choosing to trust her.
I
Yes.
popped up a quick like vibe picture for you so you can have an idea of like how it looks.
Yeah. That's how I was imagining it, actually. Like, pretty well, exactly. With the red walls, especially. So, yeah. Hell yeah. Oh my god, so good. God, well, what do we want to do? I mean, I guess we could... Could text Claire.
For anyone watching on the stream or on the video, I popped it up in the Sunkissed part of my Discord, just if you want to take a looky-loo, if you're curious.
Yee. I'll actually, like, I'll just talk to Nahari. I'll just be like, I mean, this was kind of really the biggest order of business I had to do, I guess. Do you want to, like, go do something? I don't know.
I don't know. We're kind of in a holding pattern until Chrys gets back.
I know.
We could just look at things for this new place. Shop online a little.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not super late.
We
Could go
could.
shopping.
We could go shopping.
That's always a good
That was
time.
cute how you said that in unison.
I mean, could go shopping.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, let's go shopping. Fuck it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume that you'd like to go upscale Hunter's Walk as opposed to the kind of like Nathan area. Flintbridge, Nathan.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're not going to Nathan's. I'm gonna lose my shit
Yeah,
it-
we're
it's
not
a-
going anywhere near there.
anywhere near Nathan's.
It's a bit more expensive. It's a bit more like upper posh class type clothing areas and shops and stuff. But also you don't run the risk of bumping into Claire.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, she's. I guess I could probably. Oh no, shit.
She'll be working probably for a few more hours at least.
Yeah. I mean. Oh yeah, and she works in Nathan's area, kind of, right? So.
Yeah. Just be like a little bit down the road from one of his pubs or bars. The White Cliffs.
Yeah, okay. So it's fine. You know, I'll like while I'm shopping, I'll probably just text her with stuff that like I'd like and just be like, "What do you think?"
Okay.
You know. But beyond that, yeah. I don't know if I'll do too much.
You guys looking for anything in particular?
So I was originally thinking we would shop for stuff for the new place, but we could just shop for clothes because that's always fun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like if there's anything that we really needed because you know what? Here's what I'm gonna look. I'm gonna try to like find just subtly, like, and I'm not gonna really like say the meaning behind why I'm looking for this, but I just want to look for like kind of like long black gowns that are very kind of like Cersei from Game of Thrones ish, you know, like
okay.
adorned in like that make you look like a fucking badass,
Yeah.
like, you know.
Okay.
So I'll just be kind of looking for that, just casually.
Noted.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think Nahari's
just-
looking for boots.
Boots.
She needs boots.
Are we talking like kicking boots, combat boots? Like where are we going on these boots?
Just kind of like badass boots.
Okay. My fashion repertoire isn't like super amazing, so I'm not sure what badass boots exactly are.
Like knee-high buckles. Do they have a
Yeah.
heel? Do you trust
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
think of how to explain
Platform,
them. But
some
yeah,
grip on the bottom,
yeah,
Okay.
all of that.
shiny. Yeah.
Things that you can run in and look good in at the same time.
Yeah, like
you
if
know?
I
Yeah.
wore I
What's
could wear
the
something
film,
slinky with
Underworld?
them.
The
Sorry?
boots she wears in Underworld.
Oh.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. So like
Hell
something I
yeah.
could wear with I'm sneaking around on top of rooftops, or I could wear with a dress or a skirt or whatever.
Something you could run away from a T-Rex in.
Well, sure. We'll go with that.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
buckles
Tash
and
has it
everything.
exactly right. That's
So
what
we're
I was
both looking
picturing
for
in my
like
head.
we're both looking for like all black something, with that just looks badass in general.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like if we're in those kinds of stores and Tess is looking for that kind of thing, Nahari would be like, "Ooh, boots."
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Do you say hot topic? There's no hot topic in Hunter's Walk.
Shit, yeah. I'm trying to think of like a name of like a hot topic that would be in Hunter's Walk, like the equivalent. It's still expensive though, so like kids, like teenagers and shit would go do it. Because Hot Topic isn't terribly expensive, but if this is an expensive shop, then...
There's also no Claire's in
Hunter's Walk, there certainly is one, okay?
There isn't.
And I'm
There
dating her.
She's not in Hunter's Walk either.
Well, she's close enough. Anyway, yeah. I'd be specifically like if she's also looking at boots, I might see if I can grab a pair as well, because boots are always useful.
Sure. Yeah. And you never know when you're gonna have to run away, or run at, or kick.
Or kick.
Yep.
So I imagine the kind of that takes up a significant portion of your time.
Yeah.
Just basically like, even when you found what you want, you still have to keep looking because you might find something better. So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I get it. You
Gotta try everything.
You can tell from my clothes I understand fashion.
It's okay. I
I'm
haven't
just
gone shopping
speaking
in a
from
hot
my
minute.
like youthful days in New York City, where there's like a neighborhood in Brooklyn where it's all shoe stores and they have many boots, and I would spend days looking for the right pair, like once a year, because I would wear them into the ground in like 6 months to a year.
I have been thinking recently that I should own a pair of shoes, so I'm right there with you.
It's
You
not a
don't-
thing anymore, but this
He's
is
not
what this
joking.
makes me think of.
That is.
I don't own any shoes, and I think I have a pair of socks, but I don't know where they are.
It physically hurt, but whenever. Just...
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, serious.
I just
What?
accept
Yeah.
it. Just it's
Do you have
cheapy.
boots?
No,
Flip flops?
I have slippers.
You go outside in slippers.
It's been remarkably easy to do over the last couple of years. Because the shop near me is literally like a minute walk. I don't have trainers, no. I had trainers, but they fell apart. I had them since I was 16, so that makes sense.
Oh God.
You have one pair of socks.
I think.
I know what I'm getting you as a belated birthday present, so...
A coat? I kind of need a coat.
My god.
He also doesn't have any cups.
I don't have
What do
any
you
cups.
mean?
I have one fork currently. This is a whole rabbit hole to go down.
No. No.
Yes, it is.
Sun-kissed?
What?
Yeah.
How did I not know about...
That's why he drinks from a bowl, and it aggravates me
I'm...
so much. Don't do it. That's his.
That's a shallow bowl.
It's my drinking bowl. This.
You're
this
not
is,
a dog.
This is my mug.
This is why he needs mugs. He needs a wandering in mug so that he has something to drink from that isn't a shallow bowl. It's just cheapy. You just accept it.
That's
I'm
what.
never
That's
gonna
what.
be able
That's,
to recover from this.
that's why I have to mute when I have like a bowl of milk, because otherwise you hear the lapping.
I hate it here. This is absolutely ridiculous. Oh my gosh. What? What? Sheepy.
Hmm?
Anyway, okay.
Oh yes, we could have wandering in branded shallow mugs that are just bowls.
It could happen.
It will not happen. Fuck that. No. Hold on a second. We can't encourage this tomfoolery. What? Sheepy.
Yes.
Just
Hello,
couldn't
still
buy
here.
them. It's just. Yeah.
My brain actually, I think I'm getting a headache just from the thought of this. Like,
I mean, I don't know what to say.
I'm sorry? How
What?
dare you?
Wait, am I supposed to say I'm sorry, or am I supposed to say how dare you?
No, I think you're supposed to be apologetic.
Oh, okay. I am very sorry.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, that doesn't check
Things
out. I
I've
don't
done.
think so.
So if you want to very quickly, just go over anything else with Tess and Nahari. I need to.
It's cool. Yeah.
I need to run away from the ladies who are now very angry with me.
And I just
Go
what?
ahead.
The what?
I would only have a problem with this if we like lived in the same space and I couldn't have the things that I needed. I can do it every once.
I mean,
Yeah, he could buy them. He just doesn't. He's okay. All good.
I think I just want to send him a fucking bag of Costco socks. Like just a
Just needs
bag.
everything, like, you know, the student starter pack of like, here's several
On
bowls,
me,
here's several
like-
cups, here's several plates.
Yes. Yeah. No, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, this has thrown me for an absolute
Now
loop.
you know it's gonna bother you every time he takes a drink.
I've never noticed.
No, he has
I've never
cans of
noticed
Diet Coke, so it's like
that. Okay. Yeah. If you have it from a can, that's something, right? Like that's. But you're not. But you don't.
what shoes are gonna go with your badass bitch dress? And is Nahari buying any dresses because she had to borrow one from Tess today?
Well, she did that because she knows that Tess likes
Mm.
dressing us and just dressing people and dressiness and all that. So she was just kind of it was easy for her because she didn't have to pick something. And B, it made Tess happy. So 2 birds, 1 stone. Enabling and selfishness.
Huzzah!
Just so kind. Yeah. I mean, I'd probably have some shoes back at the home that I'd probably be more happy to kind of use. But like, just I guess I have shoes.
Everyone has shoes.
Shoes,
Yeah.
except for you though.
Yes,
Apparently,
not everyone.
I have shoes.
you just said you don't have shoes.
I said I had slippers. Close enough.
Those are not shoes. They're
What are they?
slippers.
Right. Footwear.
Anyway, long story short, I definitely have Tess definitely has shoes back at home that she'll be using you know, for dressing up purposes and whatnot. So there's kind of no need to get more shoes, but
Yeah.
if there are shoes that are really nice, I mean, I'm just not gonna say no. I mean, come on, it's, you know, plain and simple.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, yeah.
And are you, as you guys are shopping, are you just kind of like you know, not arm in arm, but essentially like just shopping all over yourselves the whole time?
Yeah. I mean, I imagine it'd be pretty chill with like we're not exactly like. What do you mean? Like arm in arm? Like.
No, I'm just wondering, like, because over the last like few sessions and days in game and everything, like you and Nahari been pretty inseparable, basically.
True.
I'm just like, I'm basically trying to gauge, like, are you guys hanging together for today as well, or is there like
yeah.
we have things?
Yeah, we're
to...
shopping. We're shopping together.
All right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
wasn't
like every time she knows I'm looking for boots, and
Yeah.
I'm totally like, what do you think of these? Or will these look good with this outfit that I have?
Yeah.
And I'm sure she's doing the same. We're just having like a girls' day.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure whether it was like, right, we both need these things, let's go find them, split up, or if it was just like, we both need these things, let's go and get them, and just kind of like.
We didn't even need to go shopping. We just
That's true.
we needed a distraction. So, and
Yeah.
I knew, or Nahari knew, that it would make Tess happy, and it also makes Nahari kind of happy to be hanging out with Tess and having her be happy. So she's,
Yeah.
this is all Nahari's enabling bullshit, basically. And she's enjoying it because it also makes her happy. So, yeah.
All right
Holy
then.
bullshit. I love it.
In that case, why don't we go and visit Chrys, who is popping in on the wilds, I believe?
Yep. Yep.
Are you just gonna flap down on them?
More or less.
Okay. From your elevation, you can essentially search for a little bit of time, and then be like, oh, there's a fire, there they are.
Well, like, once I'm sort of out of the city, I can go lower. I just didn't want to be...
Yeah, and honestly, like, even if you're not super high, you can still pick out frickin' 6 pink space buns from the sky, so you'll at least know where Andy is.
I'm gonna look for Castor. If, like, it's gonna be hard, but sometimes they're hanging out, or I could just flap down and...
Well, if you're like flying over, then there's essentially like a kind of pseudo camp, I guess.
I think I've been there before.
Yeah, and you do see Andy, like, obviously stands out with the but you do see other people there as well, kind of like sitting about, and they seem to be chatting and etc. I don't think you have the best of hearing, so it would be more sight based what you'd pick up.
I will have to trust you on that.
I'm pretty sure like hawks and birds have like okay hearing, but it's nothing.
Yeah, I think I'll just double check.
Very, very sharp eyesight.
Yeah, I mean that sounds about right. A buzzard in flight is still able to hear a mouse moving in grass.
Oh. Okay then.
So we were wrong.
you can probably pick up like snatches of conversation. So yeah, you can hear Castor.
Okay, I don't want to just like fly into their camp. I'll probably go out to the side and, you know,
Change behind a bush.
change behind a bush and then like, hi.
You get a sharp look from Andy. You get a couple of kind of like interesting like heads peering behind other people and everything, and then Castor like smiles and says, "Chrys, hey, you've come to hang out? Is this like official business, council stuff, or?"
Not like council stuff, but it's kind of official in that I need to ask and trade for some info if you have it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You want to like take a walk, or do you want to? You happy with everyone like?
I mean, you're a. They're a whole group, but I'm like they
Yeah.
agree and they disagree, and it's a pain in the ass.
So
Um,
I don't remember who you met, but essentially Andy, Andromeda, Eve, Kurt is there currently. So like 4 of them.
I think I've
You've
met
met
them?
Eve.
Yeah.
Eve has like very kind of like olive skin and dreads. She looks like a little bit like Castor.
Yeah. I might not have met Christian. It's
Yeah.
not exactly that, but I don't know for sure.
I don't think you've met Christian or Nicole.
Oh no, I just mean like split the group or
Yeah.
stay and chat. Yeah, we can stay and chat if it's easiest, I guess, or we could go for a walk, whatever you prefer. It's about the court,
Okay.
so I don't know if you know much, or like you as a group know much about.
We've had a few run-ins, but no kind of
Chats and stuff with them. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, if you're happy to go for a walk, let's have a wander.
All right. Yeah. I'll be back in a bit, and everyone's like, yeah, all right, okay. And Andy like kind of glaring a little bit as you go, but doesn't
I'm just gonna like
make a move.
nod at her a little, like.
Yeah, you kind of basically head out towards the like through the trees, like towards the road essentially. It's you're still kind of in the burbs almost. There's houses dotted, and there's a few
Yeah,
like kind of dirt roads leading to. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry for breaking up your group there. If you're chilling out or
No, that's all right. Not much has been happening last like couple of weeks really, so
which
been
would
kind
be
of
nice.
yeah, it's been nice and relaxed.
Too relaxed, like bored or
Well, as in like it's quiet, too quiet. I don't think so.
well, more like you're getting bored and restless, or is it all good?
I guess so. I don't know. You know, it's you know, I'm sure if there was something to do, then they'd argue about it for a few weeks, and then we'd end up doing it.
Yeah,
Or
that's
not.
why I thought we might want to walk in the end, because sort of talking to everyone about seems like a nightmare, honestly.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I am kind of like listening out, but I'm not. Yeah. So I mentioned the court already, but
Yeah.
I might have to go and negotiate with them in the next few days. I just,
Oh, all right.
yeah, I wanted to see if you had any insight on them, like what they dislike, like what they might be after, if you've had any run-ins with them and stuff. But
I mean, we were all in you know, like loosely in the Anarchs together.
right,
So
yeah. We don't know anything about them really. I mean,
okay.
we're quite new to the game, I suppose. So it's difficult to know kind of who I'll be dealing with and how to deal with them.
Yeah.
I'd appreciate any thoughts, and if you want to talk about trade of like info or anything, I can.
No, I mean it's all right. Like you help us, we help you. Like it's all very, and you know, like if you're coming here officially as part of the council or something, but I'm assuming this is more of a personal request as opposed to a.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm gonna be chatting to them as Memorier, but I, you know, as I'm doing it, I kind of want to have a bit more of a heads up.
Yeah, that's enough for me. Alright, well, what do you want to know?
Okay, so I know that their leader is, as I look it up, um,
James.
James. Okay. Well, I guess might be talking to him,
Yeah.
but they have something of ours, and I need to kind of know what he's like. Should I go in straight up and tell him this is what I want? Should I, try and be political and skeevy, or just straight
yeah.
up, here's what I think, and this is what I have to offer, and this is...
So, like, definitely not political. They're weird. They like straight shooters, but they also put a lot of import on like respect and manners and whatnot. And
Right.
I don't know, manners not really.
Etiquette, I guess. Of it, or...
That's a little bit highbrow. They put a lot of stock in following the rules.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Think like, you know how bad the Camarilla can be, yeah?
Mhm.
Imagine you went from the Camarilla to the Anarchs and then out the other side. That's kind of where they stand.
But so their rules, or
Yeah.
they have their rules? Okay.
They're very... Okay, so I get in a lot of shit if you repeat this and said that I said this, but if you take the stuffy rules, adherence to the rules and insistence on the rules that you get in the Camarilla, and then apply that to the Anarchs, that's kind of how the court have a feel. Well, that's how James wants things, and
Right.
his lads kind of go along with it.
Yeah. Okay, I will have my work out for me. So, okay. I mean, that helps in its way. I just don't know what I can offer them as trade for the thing.
Depends what you're trading, I guess. Not asking.
No, it's, yeah. No, knowing that about the rules and the stickler, it's going to be tough sell, I think. So I guess I'll have to just ask them what they want. Yeah. Okay. No, that's a good bit of insight, I guess.
Sure.
Sure. Yeah. Thanks. I won't obviously say anything about that. Rules, Camarilla rules and stuff.
I mean, it ain't Camarilla rules, but it's kind of, you
James rules.
it's more like in the Anarchs we go by the Masquerade as well, you know, but things are a bit more like each to their own, a bit more freedom and things like that, and it's the way they see things is a bit more. Everyone should be free as long as they do what we say, kind of.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's not how they'd put it, you know, but
Well, that's how it is.
that's how it is.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I've sent a messenger to see if we can negotiate or have like initial chats. So
Sure.
hopefully that will come back well. But I think I've got this.
His eyes go up. His eyebrows go up. Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if we're not being political, and I've dealt with carrion well enough,
Sure. Yeah.
so I can do that. Yeah, I can do that.
Maybe you'll make some friends.
Doubtful. But we can only try.
Anything else?
Oh, hey, so do you, get near the prince's old place anytime?
It's a bit of a run, but it's one of those things, where like the place has already fallen, so it's like
Yeah, no point.
there's no point before because the prince was just kind of hiding out there, and now there's no point because there's nothing there.
Yeah. Just wondered what was going on with it, really, but, that's fine.
Is that something you would want us to take a look at?
No. There's some humans there that I need to chat to and get some information from.
All right.
But I've got it it's getting scoped out at the minute to see. But if you had any new knowledge, then
Afraid not.
several groups of eyes are better than one.
Okay.
But if not, it's no pressure, so easy enough. That is a future thing to look at for me.
Would
Just be prepared.
Would you like them to be spooked by a wandering hyena?
Tempting.
I'm sure Andy would love that job.
I think if it comes if anything comes from anywhere near me, she probably wouldn't love it. I get the feeling she doesn't like me that much.
She has her prejudices.
Against Gangrel? That doesn't make...
Against anyone who was or is associated with the Camarilla. Lack of trust. Burned one
Well.
too many times.
Yeah, I get it. Can be very strict and harsh.
Also, you're very similar in some ways. So she'd probably comparing herself to you a lot.
I mean, but she's a pink hyena.
She's not a pink hyena.
Does she not have like a pink tint? Did you say?
She has like a tiny tint of.
Well, I
pink.
mean, there's some pink in it. That's pretty cool.
Not pink.
A little pink. It's not really. Whatever. Everyone's good at their own things.
Sure.
Okay. Well, can I help you with anything?
Do you know anything about what's going on down Gorbin's Way? We haven't heard from that situation for a while.
I mean, how much do you know? What was the last update you had? Because things did happen.
I think Gorbin was keeping his head down, and basically anyone who, his lads would just basically put out the word that anyone who encroaches without prior warning gets, knocked down. We didn't really want to fight particularly. Well, no, we did, but we also didn't, and then it turned into an argument that's still going on. So maybe next year we'll wander in there.
Do something about it. I mean, are you wanting, if he wasn't there, would you wander in?
I'm sure we talk about it some more.
'Cause I mean, he's not there. So.
Okay. As
and
in gone, or?
Yeah. He was removed a bit ago, I think now. And I think his boys are just arguing amongst themselves and pretending everything's hunky-dory. But it's like, not common knowledge.
Right. I've got to say, like, aside from a few gaps in your information, it's quite impressive how you know these things.
I mean, gaps in my information about the court and stuff, because
Yeah.
we don't really head over to Sunnytown that much. And
Yeah, exactly. It's not that important.
If they were happy and we're happy and everyone's, we don't have reason to cross paths, really. But,
Have
yeah,
you run into
Gorbin...
Dreg yet?
Yes, we have.
Oh, useful man to know.
Interesting conversation, novelist. A little hard to understand at first, but
What the
all the slang
Yeah.
and yeah. Yeah. Do you get on with him? See him often?
Yeah, we run into each other every night. Like, obviously, things are kind of broken up and difficult to, but he'll wander out for a chat and every now and then. Nice guy. Good intentions. Personally, I don't really have much of I'm like, I want to say live and let live, but that doesn't really, like, die and let dead.
Yeah.
Dead and let die? I don't know. Anyway, I don't really mind about thin bloods and all that kind of thing.
The only, yeah.
Wow.
Chris is like, how do I say this? Because it's not common knowledge about the Thin Bloods.
Yeah, I was like, are you gonna drop that bomb?
I mean, there's, you can't mark the whole group by the actions of a few, right?
I mean, they're not even really a group.
They were a group at one point, working together, but,
Yeah.
But I know it's not everyone's fault, so it's not fair to, like, be harsh on all Thin Bloods, because a few Thin Bloods are arseholes.
That's sure. I'm.
A whole other issue that has, I think, widely been resolved, maybe? I don't know.
Was Dreg an arsehole to you?
He wasn't,
Okay.
but I think someone he was
Someone he was sheltering?
sheltering, yeah,
Okay.
was, never got my hands on them, but probably for their best. So, it's resolved, but it's still a little difficult to just hang out and be friendly, knowing that he assisted them in any way,
Sure. Fair enough.
even with best intentions. So, yeah, no, we've spoken to Dreg once.
You're right. You sound like you had a rough day.
That's a rough
night.
Yeah, that's a rough topic to touch, and it's just been really busy today, honestly.
Sure. Yeah. Because you've been talking for like 3 or 4 minutes. I've got no idea what you're talking about.
It's really personal, so.
I mean,
No.
if you just want
I'm
to
not
say
really good
words,
at-
well, like, I'm happy to just,
Sorry. Anyway. It's fine. But, yeah, I've just told you about Goblin, I guess, but I don't, if you're gonna try and move in, at least try and have a chat with them first. Yeah?
What? Who?
The 3 that are left, the lads that are left.
3. I'm sorry, what are we talking about?
Goblin's territory.
Right. When did we switch to that topic?
Just now.
Oh, okay. You really don't signal, do you, in a conversation?
I said, well, a little. Maybe I was mumbling and the microphone didn't pick it up.
Wait, you're wired? Are you working for the police?
Well, if you do decide to move in on Goblin's territory, it be good to chat to them first. Give them some kind of option. Appreciate it.
Noted.
That's not an agreement. Like, that's the best I can do. Okay, anything else you want to know?
No. That's
Alright.
pretty much it, really.
I'm not very good at this, am I?
What, say bye? No, not really.
Most things. Okay. Have a good evening. Thanks for chatting. Bye.
Have a good one.
I'm just gonna head into some trees. I need to turn into a bird and go away. I just need to leave. Hopefully I won't
Browse
get
check,
hungry
please.
again. Oh my god!
There
What
you
is
go.
happening to my dice today?
Where you heading off to? Because I
I'm
feel like...
going home.
Oh, okay, you're not going to the court?
Well, I've only just got a message that
Yeah.
they haven't agreed to chat to me.
No, not yet.
Oh well, can I have checked my phone before I turned into a bird? See if I've got a message.
Sure.
Please. Don't make me roll rouse again.
You got a message from Kafka that says notified the court that you'll be dropping in on them. They say okay.
Like today? Oh my god, I'm gonna have to go to the court.
I mean, it's literally like, can we come and do
And
like
chat.
initial? So it doesn't have to be today. You know.
How long's left of today?
Oh, it's quite a while.
I'm gonna have to go talk to them today. Super. Yeah, I'm gonna try and like head to the edge of their territory and like change back and walk in. I don't want to be like, what up?
All right. So as you walk towards the court, we'll end there for today.
Oh my god.
God,
Chrys
all
is
the things
busy.
that Chrys is doing. Look at her go.
Yeah. She's
God
girl
damn.
bossing
Problem.
just as she should.
The best way to get Chrys to do stuff is give her other stuff she really doesn't want to do.
Not going to Russia.
I'm not gonna deal with Russia. I'm just gonna do everything else, but deal with Russia. That should be fine.
I feel like today was the Sheepy decides to have all his NPCs call out everyone as much as possible.
Yes. Oh my god.
God,
Yeah.
painful is what it was.
Do you know
So,
that from the age of 24 to about 32, I didn't have a mobile phone?
Why are you giving Vandy a hard time?
Might have been like 33, 34. That was a long time.
Great, it's just great.
So let's start up with Tess. Hey Tess, you enjoy yourself? Have a fun time?
Yeah, it's been good.
You managed to weather the max tirade.
Yes. It's weird because I was like, it's like he's channeling Nathan almost a little bit because he's just being so contrary. But then I realized he was just channeling you a little bit.
Okay, but like, there's no lie though.
Just
That
being
is-
contrary. Yeah, he was just being contrary. And like, it's not that he was wrong about any particular point, but like, we've actually met Nathan and we got awful vibes from him all the way through. And
mean-
he's clearly done awful things in front of Tess and tried to, make her feel bad. So
I appreciated that chat because Chrys had had the argument when they were like, we gotta kill him. And Chrys was like, whoa. Let's take a step back.
So, no, I'm gonna do this after. Keep going,
Yeah,
Tess.
yeah.
I
So
thought you were getting suspicious of him. And I was like, okay, it's time to remove Max.
I understand what you mean. However, I will say, from the outside of the Nathan Hate Club, like when you look at it neutrally, it's like, why do you hate Nathan?
Well, but that's the thing. He's never met him, so like, how could he say anything?
Well, I mean, like, this is the thing: is he didn't say anything. Like you know, he was basically.
He did. He questioned everything that we were doing.
Sure.
Which I totally I understand that from the outside it wouldn't make sense, but also he spoke from a place of, or at least he sounded like he was coming from a place of, like, knowing Nathan almost. You know what I mean? When he didn't, like. It's the way that he presented his questions. It sounded like he was on the council, or he was just somebody that knew who Nathan was, knew who the situation was, and our perspective didn't make sense to him, right? But then I sort of remembered that he's never met Nathan, so he has no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, I think from Max's perspective, he wasn't trying to convince you not to hate Nathan. He was trying to help you basically like look past the dislike or the kind of the
Obsession.
Yeah, the obsession of Nathan, and look at it neutrally. Because like if you remember, at no point was he ever like, Nathan's a nice guy, you should like Nathan. He was like, is he really worth like hating for very little reason?
But he doesn't know him, and it's like Nahari doesn't hate Nathan. Nahari's really concerned that Nathan is a danger to them.
Sure. I think like Max, the conversation with Max, as I said, was essentially taken from a neutral standpoint of like, it wasn't like arguing that you should work with him or like him or you know, he never brought up anything.
Yeah, but
positive.
it seemed like he was questioning our decision to be concerned about Nathan and try to do something about it, try to get more information.
Yes.
Right? Which was contrary to what we were doing and didn't make sense.
Well, I think I feel like it came from a neutral place, of kind of like, you know, but
well, like there's, I mean, when you say neutral, what does that even mean? You know what I mean? Like, it's not neutral if you're
like no
literally trying to
investment
tell
on
us that we're wrong.
either side.
Well, it's not even that he's telling us that we're wrong. It was that like he's more like he's an impartial third party to the situation.
Yeah.
So it was like
Yeah, it's like, but why
But
is
he
this?
can't be. Yeah, but he can't be impartial if he doesn't know the players. Is
But-
the thing.
well, no, isn't that how he can
that's
be
a
impartial?
great way to be impartial.
Because like so, like I'll just cut in just with
Yeah.
with Tess's, like my character's perspective, which is like
I mean, your character's
exactly
perspective
that.
was like,
my character's
fuck that
perspective
dude.
is exactly that.
Yeah.
But like my perspective out of character is, thank fucking God somebody was able to tell like my character how dumb she was being, because like she's literally obsessed with this guy.
Yeah.
And like it's to the point where it's almost a relief for me out of character to be like, okay, maybe I don't have to think about Nathan for a little bit, because like it's constant in my brain. But yeah, like Tess is, you know, or my character Tess is very much like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Like he clearly like is like,
Yeah.
he's probably got another scheme. Like what is he all about or whatever? And then might sleep on it and might be like, maybe he's right. But it's like that would take some time. And it's almost like he doesn't know Nathan, but the fact that I wasn't able to come up with a better reason for disliking him and for being so obsessed with him was, I think, very telling to my character, where she's like, oh, maybe,
Maybe I just hate him because he's a dick.
See, Nahari
Yeah.
didn't have any of those realizations, though. To Nahari, he's a danger. She doesn't hate him. She just thinks he's actually legitimately dangerous because of the interactions that they've had.
You had a different interaction, yeah.
Yeah. So like she was confused as to why this person that she's never met before was telling her these things when she doesn't have this obsession, she doesn't have this hatred. She's just really like legitimately concerned, and he doesn't know him. So to her, it just seemed like he was being contrary for no reason, because she doesn't see that Tess is obsessed. She sees that he's a danger, and like she agrees that he's dangerous. If that makes sense.
If I may add in a little bit of thought, I feel like her friendship and I'm not going to say obsession because that's a little bit extreme, but her kind of like attachment to Tess probably blinds her quite a bit to
a little bit.
everything.
I think it was
Maybe a
like
lot
when
bit.
you said
Yeah.
when Nahari said about he's a danger to Tess, and Max was like, so to Tess, I was like, oh, that moment is so
Yeah.
good.
Well, yeah, definitely. She's
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is the thing, is like from Nahari's perspective, she's totally right to be concerned by Nathan and to be like on guard and everything, and her the way she like translates that does tend towards eliminate the threat, like get rid of the problem, like regardless of you know, how kind of, because essentially for both Tess and for Nahari too, like you don't really have much solid in terms of like, it's more the worry, the what if, you know?
Yeah.
And I think for Nahari that's enough to be like, fuck it, like don't take risks, like that's how she was trained, you know? So like her being very kind of hostile to the you know, to the question of like, is he really a threat, is, you know, like valid. And I think for Tess as well, like that was perfect when she's like, who the fuck is that guy, what is it? You know, it's very belligerent and very kind of like, I maybe somewhere deep down I know I'm not quite right, but still, you know, I'm allowed to feel the way I feel, damn it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just one of those things where because of his training and his upbringing, he's had to work for opposing factions. Like he'll spend like 2 weeks working for one faction that's trying to kill another faction that he ends up working for 2 weeks for. So he's spent his entire life having to be impartial and like not forming that type of you know, this person made a bad impression or gave me a creepy vibe, I should destroy them type thing. You know, it's he's killed Kindred and he's taken out factions, but it's never been for a personal reason. So that's, and essentially because he likes Chrys and because you're part of Chrys's group, he wanted to try and help with that perspective and essentially give a new perspective of like, don't create your own enemies, you know, like don't. It was essentially sending the spy in. Was like, why did you do that? You know, it's like firing a shot over the trench.
I mean, the whole point of a spy though is they're not supposed to be discovered.
Sure.
Right. So we trusted that she wouldn't be discovered because she was supposedly highly skilled. Right. And we're trying to get more information. So like I think to Tess and Nahari, it seemed very reasonable to do that because it was not just trying to go to war with him for no reason. It was just trying to get more information.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Trying to get proof that he's a bad guy.
Like from my perspective, GM perspective, you didn't make the wrong call at all. like there was no proof that the Nosferatu would be a problem for her, which obviously they ended up being, but essentially like keeping an eye on Nathan is a very good call. It's just unfortunate that he found out that she was there.
The power.
Right.
did what he did.
It was just. I think because Nahari also like Max is not anybody to her. You know what I mean? He's just Chris's friend, but she doesn't know him, and he doesn't know Nathan. He doesn't know the situation, so she was just kind of like mad that he was questioning her judgment. I think on that because it didn't make sense to her. He didn't know the situation.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Exactly. And so, like, that little interaction when they left between Tess and Nahari was funny because they were both, you know.
Oh, man.
So it was cool. It was good. And yeah, then just enably shopping was fun. It's always fun. Enably bullshit is always fun for Nahari. It's like her default.
So, Vandy and also Tess. Hey, how you doing? We spoke a little bit on the Max interaction.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much how it was. Like Tess is going to be she's young still, right? Like she's still like she's a young adult who doesn't really like to be like she has a little bit of power. She's not exactly gonna love being questioned on her like motives and shit. So having this guy come in and be like, well, maybe you should think about this a little more because you're being kind of reckless and stupid. She's gonna be like, shut the fuck up. Like, what the fuck? Leave me alone, you know? And to have Nahari there as well is really nice because, of course, Nahari is super enably and Tess loves an enabler, so, you know.
I don't think Tess realizes she's being enabled, to be fair.
Oh,
she's
absolutely the fuck not.
Instantly like, hell yes, let's do this shit.
Yeah, Tess loves Nahari being around her because it means that all the stuff that she does is somewhat validated, even though it probably shouldn't be. But like, in a way, it's, you know, it just helps her kind of like dive into some of her more base instincts, I guess, like in you know, being petty and whatnot. So, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, like she might come around to the, you know, to a realization that some shit, you know, probably shouldn't happen, but you know, it's always nice to have someone in your corner. So, in that sense. That probably won't change.
Like, speaking as Sheepy and GM, there's nothing invalid about hating Nathan and wanting to kill him, or like just going into his territory and fucking him up, or whatever you end up doing or not doing. You know, it's like
it's all a matter of like who they run into and everything, right? Because like you never know. It might become an issue, it might not, like, or he might become a bigger issue, he might not, I don't know.
Yeah, there's and like this is the thing is, even if like say you went and took him out, and it turned out that he was giving, you know, he was like
giving arms to the poor.
Yeah, like giving arms to the poor, and like he set up an orphanage and he was looking after like it still doesn't make you wrong or him right or the other way around. Like, you know, it's like, okay, so what? You know, this isn't a game of morality, essentially. Although sometimes characters will present you with moral judgments and things like that because that's what people in Kindred are like.
Yeah.
Especially holier than thou Chrys.
Ow.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
Speaking of, hey, holier than thou, Chrys, and also Tass.
That's so mean. Just don't think we should wantonly murder a kindred because we don't like him. We don't like a lot of people.
But why not?
Why
Yeah,
not?
I mean,
vampires.
Because you'll feel bad about it at some point.
I mean, Chrys did.
That was by
Chris.
accident, not on purpose.
And tested.
Premeditation versus manslaughter.
Yeah.
You could probably argue self-defense.
Yeah, exactly.
Although, you know, when someone comes at you with a knife and you shoot them with a tank, it's harder to argue self-defense.
There's reasonable force not involved here.
Chrys does not fall under reasonable force, definitely not.
No. It was nice, like, kind of throwing back to Chrys having that, trying to have that argument with Nahari and Tess, and Max being like, but what's the reason? I'm like, this is what I was trying to say, but I didn't say it very well. Yes, good point, Max. That was fun for me. And sometimes I grow frustrated. I'm like, Chrys should just tell people things, but she just can't. She's like, I don't want to tell them this because then they'll go and try and deal with the court. And if they're so reactionary, then Kafka's just suggested I don't let I go do it. So I'm going to go do it. But if I'd have just said, I'm dealing with it.
Yeah.
So annoying. And it's good to get a little bit of insight on the court so I kind of know how to.
We really haven't dealt with the court, have we?
Like at all.
No, literally the meeting, and that was it.
And barely there.
There was an option earlier where you could have gone and talked to them and bargained for Julian Phalanx.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if you were going to go and do that, but it just never panned out, and he was executed.
Good. I am a little bit worried about Delilah. Like, when Delilah joined us, we agreed to watch out for that group, and they'll watch out for us.
Yeah.
So we have to uphold that. But she is a bitch for coming to us and not telling us that she broke the Masquerade previously. What a dick move.
Don't you hate it when people do things and then don't tell anyone?
I mean, did we ask her if she had any
Why would we think to ask
previous shit that she needed protecting from? I
Moving
feel like that
forward.
might have been part of the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would not know to ask that.
Now
And
we know.
I would have.
You asked in the area of something along those lines, yeah. I think you're like, is there any additional things you need protection from, or enemies we should know about, or
And she said no.
My God, she lied. That spying bitch.
Bye. So it'll be good
really
to
her
find
fault,
out
I mean.
what she did.
If you can't trust spies, who can you trust?
Can't trust Chrys now.
Yeah.
And if it was really, really blatant and bad, then we'll have to discuss what to do about that, because part of the council discussion was upholding the Masquerade, and people deal with their people who break the Masquerade. But technically, it wasn't ours so.
And that's the question: is if you get her back, what do you do about punishing her? Do you?
So.
So do you risk a war with the court just to get her back and then execute her yourselves?
That's it. So I'm I just want the initial talk so we can see, and I'll have more information from Kafka at that point, hopefully, etc., etc. And then dealing with the Carracks. Don't even know with that yet.
Yeah.
Because I can take on a lot of people. Chrys can take on a lot of people, but maybe not 10 people.
I mean, between the Wilds and Vassia, you would either have a military organization doing a fucking raid, or crazy animals ripping the entire place apart. I feel like either would be fun.
I need to talk to them, and it's not Chris's decision to make with the people, really.
She's meant to be a girl boss, and she's being a girl boss. So
she's getting shit done today.
No.
Yeah, her own stuff. No pressure.
Doing it.
I mean, I actually think it's really. I'm sorry to totally.
No.
I just think it's really cool because Chrys, she doesn't want to be a leader, but she's actually a really good leader, and Vassia clearly sees that in her and knows that, and it's just really cool how that comes across. You know what I mean?
She's
Because
not she's not like a military leader. She's like a
but she's, I mean,
community leader.
She's power hungry, which is what I
but
she'll do things that need to get done to get like Delilah back. I don't know. That's
Well,
how
some
I
of
see
the
it.
best leaders are people that don't want the power.
Yeah.
Right. Like people that want power for whatever reason, just for the sake of power, tend to be corrupted by it and tend to not necessarily see all sides and all that. Hello, sorry.
Stay cool, Tess. Like, you're not being attacked.
Right? But Chrys is actually like she's like a really good example of a good leader because she doesn't want it, but she still gets what needs to get done.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's cool how that comes across. Anyway, I'm sorry. It's good roleplay.
Is good RP.
Yeah.
So yeah, before we end the show, I'm going to open the floor for anyone who'd like to shout at me about my living situation.
Holy fucking shit, dude. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It is ridiculous.
The only reason I have a phone now is so my parents can text me instead of email me, because they used to email me all the time to talk to me.
That's funny.
What the actual fuck, dude?
I didn't have a phone.
Well, you don't have signal, do you? So it doesn't.
Yeah, I still don't have. I don't have signal in my place. So, if you know 2FP, 2FA authorization, like when
Yeah.
you log into account, I have to log in, run outside, and run like about a minute down the road to get signal, so that I can get my authentication, and then run back before it times out to enter the code that gets sent to my
Why
phone.
don't you just use an app so you don't need to use
I
your
told him
actual
about the
phone?
I
app.
tried and it shouted at me.
Oh my god, sheepy.
I'll do it, but you know. No, I run out barefoot. I don't have time to put slippers on.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I have a
Oh
headache.
my-
It's probably not from wine.
You and
at
me
this point.
both. Oh my goodness.
Oh
I-
dear.
Sheepy,
Yo!
I am gonna require your address so I can send you some socks.
I have socks, probably.
You have one pair of socks, maybe. I'm not sure from what era it is either, so we're just gonna, just buy you a whole new bunch of socks.
Socks are very restrictive. Free the feet.
Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode
are
of
great.
Sunkissed.
We'll see you guys next week. Where yeah, I think
You might get murdered.
Well, I mean, if I give you my address, I might be murdered before that.
True.
Yeah, I think we've got a couple more episodes, and that will probably be Chrys. So
We
may
did say that about 10 episodes ago.
yeah we
So.
may lose Tash soon, and then probably finish off the Nahari. I feel like the Nahari and Tess story is going to end at the same time, probably. Just
Most
'cause
likely. Yeah.
there's too many, interwoven bits there. I think a couple of episodes will probably do that too. Unless, of course, like, Chrys's ends and everyone's like, fuck it, let's go to Russia. And then they just leave.
We'll need a big
That was
camper
something
van.
that was
camper
potentially going to
vans.
be considered. So, I mean,
Well, Tess invited
we'll
herself.
see. I did.
So well, actually, technically, Leah asked before it was a thing. And you said yes, so...
Yeah, I'm really curious to see how Leah responds to the texts from Tess.
She responded. She said,
She was down for it.
she said Das Vidania,
Oh.
but in like really broken.
Yeah,
shitty
she
English.
said really
Okay.
broken Russian. She said Das Vidania, and then was
Okay,
like,
okay.
"Let's go." So she wants to go to Russia with Chrys.
Okay.
Yeah, Chrys is like,
Cool.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to tell Tess off later, but like right now, I am doing other things. So
And we also got a good point from Matt. Like, before you go, you should also kill Tess and Nahari just so that they
Right.
can't use the wild hunt.
right, kill them. Okay,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
obviously, I'm gonna
Ah,
actually diabolarize them and consolidate that power,
Oh,
Oh.
and then you can use the wild hunt.
and then I can
the
use the wild
fuck?
hunt, and I can take over Russia and the entire northern hemisphere. It's gonna be badass. Not the southern though; it's too warm.
Let's stop kind of like northern China. Past that, it's like.
I'll just like, I'm not bothered. It's too far.
I just Chris goes in all directions until she hits jungle, and then she's like, let's stop there.
Yeah. Too warm here.
So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And don't forget to check down below for all of the previous and current cast members. Check out their links. Give them some love. Check out 40,000 Layers, which is on this Thursday. So if you're watching this on YouTube and it's Tuesday or Wednesday, then there's still going to be 40,000 Layers. If you're watching it after that, then there's another one coming, but not straight
It'll
away.
be releasing on Saturdays on my YouTube
Yes.
throughout the month.
Go check out Tasha's YouTube. She already has to do bread baking.
I do have a super bread video, yeah.
Anyway, thanks everyone. Bye!